RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. I'm trying to ball like Big Faulk and get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Wednesday morning. As Brian Burgess would always say, over the hump day, which I've always heard it as just hump day, but it's over the hump day.
Why?
Sorry, we're a little bit behind schedule this morning. There was a point being proven to a young man here in the studio, as Christian and Lloyd got a little back and forth.
I'd put mute in front of that.
What?
A mute point.
Yeah, because the show was muted.
No, I said 2 O's.
I know how to spell it.
Yeah,
Make a good
point.
joke. Yeah.
I think he knew it. Yeah,
I don't think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're making it worse.
It went over my head like most things.
Yeah,
That's okay.
like production.
And so Lloyd obviously shoved Christian into the producer chair and said, actually, you think you can do this? Do it.
Come do
Well,
it.
Lloyd threw a water bottle at me while I was drinking coffee, which, if you can imagine, if I'm not expecting a water bottle coming at me,
Oh,
the coffee could come and spill on me.
Oh,
Not
no.
come on me, but spill on me.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, I'm
Extra
going to throw
creamer?
it back. But I was joking, and Lloyd started yelling, do it, do it, do it. Started crashing out at 8 in the morning. So I was like,
Oh, it was 7:50. We're
right,
all
well,
ready to go.
I'm not going to let him shove me into the locker yet.
Let me fight back a little bit.
Let me go set up the stream a little bit, maybe BS back here a little bit. I was going to pull up a nude of
Bunny?
we won't say who, and then show it to you and hopefully make you laugh, but I decided to just do the stream.
And ultimately, Lloyd had to go and pry Christian out of the chair, get back into a spot, so we could actually get up and rolling this morning. But good morning to you. Good morning to everybody in the studio. We've got a packed studio this
We do.
morning. Lloyd, myself, Christian White, and Pogie. Lloyd's throwing me off with a Pogie.
Pogue.
I like Pogie better too.
Pogie's better than Pogie.
What is it? Pogie?
Pogie.
You're so close to
Pogie.
having such a great name because Pogie is tough and Pojo would also be tough. Biff.
No, a pokey is a very stinky little bait fish.
Makes a lot of
tough.
sense. Yeah.
Fire.
That's tough.
Pogo stick.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's a crazy time in Baton Rouge right now as there are planes flying around everywhere. Don't forget, we are brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel every single day. We have partnered up with FanDuel here for the year of 2026, and we appreciate all that they do for us. Even though last night we gave them a little bit of money back, as the Tigers do not cover 15.5. They instead lose by 19 to the Florida Gators. We'll talk about that later as well. Because once again, the LSU football conversation is what is ruling the day, as there was no commitment yesterday by Jordan Seaton. And then ultimately there was no entrance into the portal yesterday by Prince Wuman-Mielen. So kind of as we were all sitting and waiting and watching, there wasn't much that we learned until later in the evening, and then ultimately early this morning. As last night, or yesterday, Jordan Seaton leaves Baton Rouge, goes to Atlanta. Lane gets on a plane, visits him in Atlanta. And then after that, you see a photograph of Seaton. It was the thumbnail this morning of Seaton with Dan Lanning and the Oregon offensive line coach in a tweet where Jordan Seaton says, "Welcome to Atlanta at Oregon football." And so you can see, which something that should not be a surprise whatsoever. It was always going to be a dogfight in this recruitment, and this is how it's going to work, especially with big-time recruits in the later end of the portal window, right? You can kind of associate this time period of the portal with the second portal window from prior years, right? If we think back to LSU last season, in the first portal window, they added the majority of their class, right? Brought in a lot of key pieces, went through spring, and then realized, hey, there's a need that we need to alleviate. We need to solve this problem. We need a safety. We need a defensive lineman. They go out, they get the number one D lineman, they get the number one safety, and they probably paid healthily for them. Now, as the portal window is just one window, as it gets later down the timeline, the leverage shifts even more to the player, especially, well, really in the sense of these top commits like Jordan Seaton, right? He's got all the leverage in the world as of right now because he knows there's a need that needs to be met by these teams. LSU, Oregon, right? Miami probably as well. He visited there. And he's kind of sitting in the driver's seat. And as of right now, he's got LSU and Oregon getting on planes to meet with him in Atlanta. I don't know why he's in Atlanta. He's not from Atlanta. He didn't go to school in Atlanta. I don't know why he's there. But he's in Atlanta, and he's got Dan Lanning and Lane Kiffin getting on planes to meet him there. And so it's not a surprise that this is a dogfight for one of the top players in the portal, especially at a position like left tackle in Jordan Seaton, and it shouldn't be. You are going to have to fight and scratch and claw to get him in Baton Rouge for the football season. But to me, where the confidence should come from is who is in the driver's seat of the LSU bus, right? Or
plane.
Better yet, the LSU plane, right? Who's the pilot of that plane? It's Lane Kiffin, and you're seeing the effort that he's continuously putting in, right? He gets Seaton to Baton Rouge. They have a great visit on Sunday. He keeps him here on Monday. He doesn't end up flying to Eugene. He stays in Baton Rouge all day Monday, visits with the governor at the governor's mansion. And then, obviously, Lane then, when Seaton leaves, gets on a plane to go meet him in Atlanta, right? Effort, 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 effort. And what you are witnessing right now from Lane Kiffin is an LSU head football coach with a chip on his shoulder, right? He's got this a fire lit underneath him right now as the head guy at LSU, and you're witnessing the effort that he's putting in over and over again, whether it's the Sam Levitt situation where that goes sour, he's got to get on a plane, he's got to fly to Knoxville to solve that problem, right? Get that deal done. Get the number one quarterback to Baton Rouge. Now he's putting in that effort to get this deal done with Jordan Seaton to get that left tackle, the number one left tackle, to Baton Rouge. He's putting in the effort. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he is as motivated as you can get. And that should bring so much confidence to LSU fans, regardless of if this Seaton deal gets done. Right? There was a tiger emoji posted at 2 a.m. this morning. Prince Mielen is officially in the portal at 6 a.m. this morning. And so who could the tiger emoji be? I don't know. This one had an exclamation point behind it. So it could be either one of those two. Those are the two guys they're going after. I would assume now that Prince is officially in the portal, he will be an LSU Tiger. Seems like that is the direction that's always moved. Seaton is the one that it's going to be a battle for. And your confidence should reside in Lane Kiffin. You fired your last coach, and the biggest knock against him was what? Did he care? How much effort was he really putting in? How much? It seems like he's just cashing a check, right? He got the destination job. He got the the big guaranteed contract, and he just kind of mailed it in. And there was always going to be the fear of, okay, well, when you're paying these coaches these big contracts, where's the motivation come from? And you're seeing Lane Kiffin, a motivated Lane Kiffin, operate as of right now. Where he's hopping on planes, he's trying to close recruitments, and he's also trying to put together a roster to compete for a championship in year one. And he's pulling out all the stops to do so. And so as of right now, I don't know what direction this Jordan Seaton recruitment is going to go in. But I know that if it doesn't go LSU's way, it's not going to be because of a lack of effort on LSU's part, on Lane Kiffin's part. Does it suck that at this time yesterday you felt extremely confident in where LSU was standing in the current situation. You get him to stay in Baton Rouge an extra day. He doesn't go on the Oregon visit, right? When we were doing the show yesterday morning, it was hard not to feel confident with where LSU sat with Seaton. It's a little bit, the water's a little bit murkier now. He leaves Baton Rouge without signing. And technically, he takes an Atlanta visit with both Lane Kiffin and Dan Lanning. Oregon is putting in the effort as well to get him to Eugene because that's how good he is and that's how bad these teams need him. And if you want to be a championship contender, you can go get the number one left tackle in the country. You do what you can to do that. And what's going to be interesting to see, because, just personally, just from, history, this feels very, reminiscent of a time that we've lived in before, where LSU handles the recruitment, does everything right, and it seems like they're in the driver's seat, and they're in a really good spot, and you're feeling confident, and then, it used to be, at the last second, Nick Saban in Alabama would swoop in and snag the recruit, right? And LSU just sit there like empty hands, right? And so the picture last night gave me a little bit of some PTSD, right? I felt real confident this morning, or yesterday morning technically, of where LSU was sitting with the number one offensive lineman. And then I see this picture last night, and it's like, no, can't be this. It can't be LSU super confident in the right spot. Oregon swoops in at the end and gets and snags the recruit. And like I said, it's not going to be because of a lack of effort on LSU's part. And it's not going to be because LSU didn't do what they needed to do. They kept him in Baton Rouge an extra day, put in Lane got on the plane once he left to go visit with him again. They put in the time and the effort to get him here. And LSU has been very strong in the money department in these situations. There still is another level money-wise with Oregon, right? But he still hasn't visited Eugene. And so I do still have confidence that it's not going to play out like the old Saban days where LSU has this recruitment in hand and then, whoop, here comes Nick, snags him out of his hand. One, because Dan Lanning's not Nick Saban. He's a good recruiter, and Oregon is in a great place with him. But he's not Nick Saban, right? And it's not going to be that situation. I feel like this might be one of the first, a time where that image gets put out and you still see LSU come out victorious behind it. You can still see kind of the inverse of how it used to work, where it's actually like, well, it looks like it's going Oregon's way. It looked like Dan Lanning came in and sealed the deal at the 11th hour, right, last night in Atlanta. But nothing's done, right? He's not an Oregon Duck. He didn't even go to Eugene. I mean, no, Lanning did the same thing Kiffin did. He met with him in Atlanta.
I think you got to take the recruitment for what it is at face value. And so far, he went to Mississippi State, which seems like it was a courtesy visit for his position coach. He went to Miami. Doesn't seem like Miami is super, super involved. He went to LSU. Planned to leave LSU and go to Eugene. He canceled the Oregon visit and stayed longer at LSU. That should give you confidence. Like, I understand Lanning went and saw him in Atlanta, and that's not ideal. But
and the picture got posted.
Yeah, I mean, but he posted a picture a couple nights ago with Cookie and Lane and Death Valley.
Well, why wouldn't he post a picture? I mean,
exactly.
There's no reason.
Yeah, I mean, it just stirs up, internet stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, until he goes and visits Oregon, I feel pretty good about it. That's how I would feel about it.
No, and I would agree with that. I don't think that this Lanning photograph that's put out yesterday, this Oregon visit in Atlanta, is this end of the line up. LSU's out of it now. I don't think that's the situation whatsoever. And now I think you're gonna have to battle, right? You weren't able to get the deal done while he was in Baton Rouge. I mean, that would have been the perfect outcome, right? You keep him in Baton Rouge, you get him to sign, done deal. that doesn't happen, and so of course it's a little bit murkier now, but you are still very much a dog in this fight, and from my seat where I sit, just the way it's played out, I would say LSU is still the favorite in this situation.
And I believe the coach from Prairie View, head coach Tremaine Jackson, said it best whenever he was at an AFCA meeting talking about recruiting in the transfer portal and what he fears the most, and it feels like it could be trending in this direction as well, as there's certain things you have to watch for whenever you recruit high-dollar players.
The agent business, who the agents can be. You know, we talked to so many random people that just started being an agent yesterday, and maybe they're the uncle to the single mom, who is my worst nightmare in recruiting. The uncle to the single mom that thought he could play and didn't get a chance because he had to go to work is my worst nightmare, because he's always talking about something that don't matter. But I think kids need to really rely on their high school coaches or their coaches where they are to try to help them instead of getting something random. Now, there's good agents out there, I can't take that, but I can't take that away from them. I think we need to have some type of regulation on that, and then I think we need to have a salary.
Yeah,
It does feel like this is a bit, while the price would be high, it feels like it's getting driven up, 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 and up whenever at some point there is what you have to register for school, and that's Tuesday, and now it's not Tuesday, now it's Thursday, and this is going up to the umpteenth hour, and it feels like whenever we've talked about the transfer portal having the two different windows, the second window being the mercenaries that were able to command a higher dollar amount because they know what their value is, and they know that they can help put a class over the top or certified guaranteed starter. Now that you have a truncated window, that is the exact same thing.
Yep.
And when you see who's the single, the uncle? That's all we've heard about.
Well, that's
Seaton.
the Oregon offensive line
That's
coach.
the Oregon offensive line coach.
But
the guy that is driving the ship so far with Seaton is his uncle.
Yep.
And so you've seen this story play out a million times, but it does feel like it's getting to that point of, well, of course, we may not be able to make it to Eugene. Good job, LSU, but not letting him go to see Oregon.
Right.
Because that's Candyland. And, all right, Dan Lanning being very much like Lane Kiffin. Now you're seeing two of the younger coaches in college football do it the way that, well, I'm not giving up. Just because he's not coming here doesn't mean I won't go to him.
Right.
And Lane Kiffin's like, oh, just because you're leaving doesn't mean I won't follow you. And so you're seeing the two, probably most relentless head coaches at their age, having the most success that they've had at a young age.
Yep.
Do it their way. We're like, just because you're not coming here doesn't mean I won't go to you.
Right.
And so Dan Lanning wasn't just going to sit idly by and be like, well, I guess
We're
he
just
wouldn't
gonna
come
watch.
visit. Right. Where are we going?
Right.
And so Oregon makes their desperation heave as well. And now where it seemed like LSU pretty much, I don't want to say kidnapped, but made it very hard for him to leave. Even when he does leave, it's not going to Eugene, it's going to Atlanta, which we don't know why. But then Dan Lanning's there, and Lane Kiffin's like, oh, Lanning's there? Why don't I just hop on a bird and go see him too? And now Lane Kiffin has been awake for, it seems, 22 hours.
Lane Kiffin's been awake for, I think, 2 weeks.
Since he got here. And he
this
spoke at the
point.
Rotary Club.
I feel bad for him. Like, just get a good night's sleep, man. Like, you deserve it.
He'll get it once whenever this window closes, right? Because it was the 2nd to the 16th.
It's the 21st.
It's the 21st, right? So it's going to continue on. We appreciate all of you. We're going to get Jacques Doucet to join us via phone line in about 2 minutes at 8:30 this morning. Jacques Doucet, the sports director over at WFB, is going to join us to continue the LSU football conversation. That will roll right into 9 a.m. this morning, where Rohan Davey, everyone's favorite LSU quarterback, Wyatt's dad's favorite LSU quarterback.
That's right.
Shout out.
We'll get in. Will join us in studio to continue the LSU football conversation as well. So we'll take a quick break here, reset. We'll be right back with Jacques Doucet from WFB.
In honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Branding at Go Mart on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or a storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we are joined by the best in the business, the sports director over at WFB, Jacques Doucet, joins us here to continue the LSU football conversation as it is a crazy, crazy time in Baton Rouge. JD, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. You may have to fill me in because I'm just getting up and, I work kind of, not late, but kind of late. So I know how crazy it's been. Certainly 40 new guys in out of the portal, 33 guys or 34, whatever it is, leaving the team, 13 new coaches, including Coach Kiffin. What a wild time to be trying to cover LSU football.
That's for sure. Because to me, with the portal window was set, it was January 2nd to 16th, and it's January 21st, and we're still waiting on portal news. It is it's quite the time for sure. And I'll ask you, you bring it up with the 40 new players they've brought in through the portal, and they've lost 34. What is your take on the roster turnover that we've witnessed happen over the last couple of weeks?
Well, I think it's going to be a lot more work for people like us to try to learn everyone's name and the coaches and who these people are. I'm wondering about spring football and, hey, what's your name? Where are you from? I mean, seriously, it's so many new people thrown together, and in particular on the offensive side of the ball. I think it's very impressive that LSU was not only able to land Sam Leavitt, but also the five-star backup from USC, and then also a pretty serviceable guy, I think, in the kid from Elon. I think those are three really good additions to your quarterback room, and obviously your offense and in many ways your team is built around your quarterback. It looks pretty good there. You've got 10 new wide receivers joining the team, so I think it's pretty important for guys to get out there and work on their chemistry and their timing and start to learn this Lane Kiffin system. And then you've got, your seasoned veterans, so to speak, who really aren't that old, and your Harlem Berries and Caden Durham who have and Trades Green, who are, been there either 1 or 2 years. So I think it's also built in some very interesting kind of Cinderella stories in which, guys from West Florida and Old Dominion now have a chance to play at LSU and make an impact. I think from what we're seeing, the coaches are leaning in more towards, hey, I'll take a guy who's played some college football, even if it's at a lower level than maybe sometimes have to train a freshman and break them in. And and get them up to speed. I think it's obviously hurting a lot of the high school kids coming out of high school. I mean, your DJ Pickett's will find a way, obviously, to the field, but other guys, it's making it more difficult to then. But I don't need to go out and see a bunch of LSU scrimmaging, but I certainly hope that we can go out and at least get a good look at all the new players and shoot some video of all these new guys, because it's going to be hard to preview the season and talk about what's coming up. With some of these guys I couldn't find video of. I was grabbing pictures. Old Dominion and West Florida aren't exactly places that just have tons of video, and then I think it was last Friday maybe I was doing video of 3 new offensive linemen, right? Yeah. And so anyway, it's a whole new world. It's so much different than it used to be. When you play a bowl game, you got a good idea who's coming back, who's going pro, maybe who's not playing, and going to transfer to Nichols or Southern or whatever. And then Coach, I guess we could talk about some more. Coach Kiffin made an appearance yesterday. I guess his first really appearance of any kind outside of, I think, going on ESPN during the bowl game since December the 1st when he was named the head coach.
Yeah, what were some of your key takeaways from his speaking arrangement yesterday at that event yesterday when he brought up, he talked about coaching at Tiger Stadium, expectations, the whole deal. What were some of your key takeaways from hearing Coach Kiffin speak?
Well, the first soundbite that really hit me was him saying that Nick Saban told him, if you turn down the LSU job or you don't take it, you're going to regret it, and that it's the best job in college football. And to your credit, to your mentor's credit, I did a chat with Jordy Collado a while back, and Jordy came on and said that exact thing, that Nick Saban tells people in his inner circle that LSU is the best job. And certainly people from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and people who have an elephant for their Twitter profile picture or whatever you want to call it, push back on that very hard. But then for Kiffin himself to say it yesterday that Saban told him it's the best job in college football, I think that was a pretty that soundbite hit me. He also went into pretty good detail about how important it was to get Whit Weeks to come back to the team, what he means to the team. Kiffin as an opposing coach going up against LSU, what he saw in LSU with Weeks and without him. I thought that was a pretty important soundbite. I thought it was entertaining to hear him talk about how at Ole Miss he would have to, train the people at the local restaurant or the local fans about who this recruit is that we're bringing in and what he likes and what he's majoring in and whatever. And he says at Baton Rouge, whether it's a compliment or we're just crazy, people know all that stuff already. They know who these recruits are. They know what they look like. And he doesn't need to do that. I think him referencing this, the greatest transfer portal class in college football history. Now, granted, there's not much history in transfer portals. I guess we're talking about 5 years or thereabouts. But saying that, I think it was funny to hear him say there was a former coach here whose wife said that, it's the greatest place in the world, and when you're not winning, it's not so great. I think everyone's kind of learned that. I think John Brady, the former LSU basketball coach years back, said, what's the greatest thing about LSU? The fans. What's the worst thing about LSU? The fans. Yep. So yeah, I thought it was and it just kind of something I think we stumbled into. I think our news team was there to shoot Julie Letlow announcing that she was running for some political office, and oh, by the way, here's Coach Kiffin talking. And I got an email, hey, Coach Kiffin talked, the video's in the Tuesday user folder, and I'm like, I need to be at work like 30 minutes ago. I'm like running into work to see this video and to share it and get it out, because I don't think anyone else had it. We were fortunate to get it. So anyway, I think that he hopefully will be doing a press conference in the near future to recap the class and talk about his coaching staff. And I mean, really, if he did a press conference soon, he could probably do one for an hour with as many questions and things that we want to talk about since December the 1st, since he was introduced in Tiger Stadium. Exciting time, though. Real exciting. Looking forward to the season. Looking forward to the blockbuster schedule LSU's going to play, and the new players and the new offense. And, I did a sit down with Verge Osbury yesterday for about 42 minutes, and he talked about how, I think the first report was LSU had gotten 15,000 new season ticket requests, and now it's up to 31,000. It's doubled since whatever, December, mid-December or whatever that we talked about 15,000. Now it's up to 31,000, and they're projecting 30% higher at this point, sponsorship and donations and this and that. It certainly makes a difference when you can hire a guy that excites your fan base.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm going to ask you next. I mean, the excitement around, we talk a lot about expectations and all of those things, but the excitement around Lane Kiffin at LSU, especially with the LSU fan base, seems to be an all-time high. And so I want to ask you, from your experience, can you remember a time where a new regime came in and it brought this level of excitement around the fan base that you've witnessed so far with Lane Kiffin?
I'm thinking about all the different sports. I think certainly it's a whole nother sport and interest level. But, when LSU women's basketball hired Kim Mulkey, that was a big game changer. I mean, you've got people who never watched women's basketball, who could care less, who are now season ticket holders, who now watch every game, who now go to the coaching show at TJ Ribbs, who know the players' names and all that. I think that was a pretty big deal, and kind of almost like fairy tale type. Why would coaches like that don't leave jobs for other jobs? They either get big raises and stay in place, or they retire, or whatever. And so when that happened, I thought that was certainly really huge. I think when LSU hired Jay Johnson, I think that was viewed as a solid coach who had gone to one World Series and went to a national championship series at Arizona, and I think it was 4 years or 5 years or whatever he was there. I think he was viewed as a very solid hire, but I don't know how many people knew a whole lot about him. So in this case, Brian Kelly, when he was hired, certainly was one of the most well-known coaches in the country. Huge, a lot of success, big resume. Only thing that was missing was a national championship, and certainly they thought the marriage of Brian Kelly and the athletes in the South and the resources here would get him over the top. And whether it was a mix of Brian Kelly not working hard enough, and then also the rise of NIL and transfer portal at the same time he was here, and LSU not doing a great job with that, or whatever happened, it obviously didn't materialize into what LSU had hoped. So, I think Kiffin's a very 50 years old isn't what it used to be. He's a very young 50, and it's just the whole thing about you could get on Twitter and tweet something, and the head coach at LSU might respond to you, is just a new kind of dynamic and bring some excitement to the fan base, and that you can kind of engage with this guy, and he's is he kind of Tom Hanks and big? Is he a kid in a grown-up's body to an extent? But is he also a great mind and highly intelligent? Yes, and he's much different than Jay Johnson, but also consumed with the sport he coaches. Yeah. Jay Johnson's consumed with baseball, and Lane Kiffin is consumed with football.
Yeah, that's for sure. And kind of to go along with that question, from the fan base's perspective, you brought up kind of the thought process with BK and where some of the fan base's mindset is, where maybe he didn't work hard enough. And I think some of the excitement around Kiffin is from situations like yesterday and like with Sam Levitt, where when he needs to get the deal done, he hops on a plane and he flies wherever to meet the recruit to make sure that LSU doesn't get left behind or forgotten about. What are your thoughts on the LSU head coach hopping on planes, meeting quarterbacks in airports, or when the top offensive lineman leaves campus to go to Atlanta, hopping on a plane to get to Atlanta to meet with him?
Yeah, there was the movie in the 80s with John Candy and Steve Martin, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I guess I guess there's no trains involved. The Lane train. There you go.
Okay. There you go.
The Lane train, planes, and automobiles. Okay, I think we just maybe came up with something there. But yeah, I think that Coach Kelly maybe viewed some of that stuff as a responsibility of his assistants and some things that he wasn't as interested in. But yeah, I think as we know, when something gets tweeted from Lane Kiffin's account, it came from him. It didn't come from a staffer or anybody else. And he's obviously out there doing stuff. He's out there chasing Sam Levitt to Knoxville, Tennessee, and bouncing around. And credit LSU. They're giving him the resources to do that. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of other places in the country that are like, private planes are expensive, and we can't be making flights, here and there all the time. But LSU is resourcing him. They're all in, and they're, as we've all kind of learned, I think there's a lot more money than we maybe thought there was in Louisiana and around LSU, and I think it'll be interesting to see. We're talking about the tweets at 4:30 in the morning, and he's at the building at 4 in the morning, and this and that. I think that will continue, but 2 or 3 years from now, is that still going on? Or is it maybe, some of this, maybe the initial adrenaline of being the LSU head football coach and you settle in a little bit more? I don't know, but I think everyone's very excited in the returns they're getting from their head coach. I think that we probably had unfair expectations for the portal when it first opened, that like 15 five-star guys were going to fall out of the sky on January the 2nd. But you gotta let things play out. You gotta let things happen. I made the parallel with Verge Osbury yesterday. I said, look, you want to listen to your fan base, but at the same time, you gotta trust your heart, trust your eyes with what you see, and go from that point. If the New Orleans Saints organization, which obviously they've had a lot of missteps, but if they listen to their fans on Twitter who told them that Tyler Shuck was a bum and the guy's no good, and tweet this one stupid video of him throwing one stupid pass at an NFL combine and trying to sum him up in that little play.
Right.
And, it's like, okay, let's let this play out. And no one's saying that Tyler Shuck is a future Hall of Famer, but we certainly feel a lot better about him now being a candidate for Rookie of the Year than we did a while back. So anyway, what I'm saying is, you sometimes have to block out the noise, to quote Coach O. Trust your gut, trust your decisions, and I think that Kiffin really stays engaged on social media, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But he needs to. I'm not giving him advice, but I think he knows what to do, what he's seeing, and how to do it. And he's never had a job like LSU, and that's the exciting part.
Yeah, 100%. And because to me, there's a lot of, especially with fans now, and I think with the Kelly situation on their mind, of course, is when you get that big contract with the guaranteed money, where what's the motivation? And as of right now, you're seeing a lot of motivation from Coach Kiffin, and that's why I want to ask you with everything that's gone on over the last couple of weeks, months. And you talk about the resources that LSU has been giving, the money, the rev share, the planes, the whole thing, and all of that being put in, all in, like you said, on this offseason. What type of expectations does that carry into 2026, with a new staff coming in, but everything they've invested in next season?
Well, I don't think any LSU fan ever wants to be told before a season begins that, this is a rebuilding year, or I don't think this team's making the playoff, or any of that. I think it's I think we need another month or two to take a good hard look at the roster, see how it comes together. What is Sam Levitt's status? Is he back up and running 100% for Clemson September 5th? How does this offense come together? How does this offensive line come together? I think, not knowing a ton about football, but you would think that even if this offensive line that they're patching together ain't the greatest, that Kiffin's going to find a way to coach around it, get the ball out quick, or run different things to camouflage that a bit. And I think, once again, your schedule is just blockbuster.
Yeah.
It is a Clemson went 7-5 this year, but certainly they're going to be motivated to be much better. They're coming to Tiger Stadium the first game. You got a home game against Texas A&M. You got back-to-back home games against Alabama and Texas. You close out the year in the cold at Tennessee and at Arkansas. There's a lot of challenges in there, but I wonder if LSU takes big strides forward offensively and they go 9-3 and maybe not even make the playoffs, would fans be excited and enjoy the year and say, okay, we're set up for big things in 2000 and what do you read? 27 the next. So, but hey, I'm not gonna. Nobody is gonna say, hey, this team can't make the playoff, or your common sense maybe tells you the combination of the schedule and so much turnover that maybe it'd be hard to make the playoff. But let's see. I used to joke when we were growing up, we'd go to K&B or Eckerd's and buy. There's a magazine rack, and we go buy the Athlon preseason magazine or the Lindy's, and it had the top 25 in there, and you read up on teams. It's like, I don't know how these guys would even put out a magazine today or tomorrow with. How do you know? How do you say, okay, this is my number one team in the country? I just, with so many new players and so much turnover, it's just so hard to get a feel of that. But hopefully spring football, we get some opportunities to see some stuff, to talk to some people, and give us a better idea.
Yeah, and we're gonna make some note cards with, it's gonna say defense number 4 with the name on the other side, so we can all
what
learn it together.
What school did he go to? Where is he now? What position does he play? Where are you from? Everything that we need to put into perspective, because you make a good point whenever you talk about players coming from Old Dominion or Southern to LSU. That's what the transfer portal was intended to be, right? Give players that are on a smaller school maybe the opportunity to play up. If you didn't have an opportunity to play here, maybe you could play there. LSU, it's a good story, right? Then it becomes, fast forward 5 years from what it was to what it is now, where you have your head coach jet setting from Baton Rouge to follow a top left tackle, I guess, transfer portal recruit to where he trains in Atlanta, and you have another head coach from Oregon, and he couldn't get the visit, so he's going to visit him now, and all of this has become very interesting. But from LSU's perspective, despite the fact that you've added, 38 players in the portal, which is an insane number just to even – I couldn't even fathom that 5 years ago, but it does feel like this would be the last gasp for LSU when you talk about piecemealing an offensive line together to go get the number one left tackle. I feel like this is what you almost have to do in this day and age of somebody that's commanding $2 million, $3 million to play for a year. So I guess my question to you is how much is in the war chest? How would we ever know if it becomes feels like LSU is spending very freely, but does it come to a point where you're out of money?
Well, I asked Verge Osbury in the interview yesterday, I just said, do you truly get this money back after you're done paying out Brian Kelly, whatever that final number is, paying Lane Kiffin, paying his assistants, paying this roster? I mean, are we just insane that we invest so much of our happiness into a 18 to 22-year-old kid to win us a football game? But I think that Verge's answer was, and it's true, that Skip Bertman used to say, ooh, athletics is the front porch of your house, you see. It's what people see when they drive by. And if you look at Alabama, and before 2007, Verge said their enrollment was 25,000 people. It went up to 45,000. If you look at the city of Alabama before Nick Saban got there, before and after, it is much different. The money that came into the school, the sponsorships. And so I think LSU views it as, if LSU football is successful, not only will there be much difference financially in a 10-2 playoff team as opposed to a 7-5 Texas Bowl team, but it will also build the city, it'll build the university, it'll be a big difference maker across the board. And so I just kind of ask him, where's all this money coming from? And I don't know if I got, I'm not criticizing, I don't know if I got if I got any more insight in that. I mean, I've heard who these people are to an extent, but it is kind of fun insanity that's going on right now with the amount of money being spent. And all this stuff. I think some people just throw their hands up and they say, okay, this is getting to be a little too much. But at the same time, I think as long as the LSU Tigers gather in the north end zone of Tiger Stadium with that LSU cross their helmet and the golden band for Tigerland on the field and run onto the field, that place is going to sell 95 to 102,000 tickets. There will be millions more watching, and no matter what people say about I can't watch anymore, they're lying. They will watch, and LSU football will always be huge.
Well, that's for sure. Well, JD, we appreciate you, all your insight. We'll continue the show on here, and we'll talk to you next week.
Wake me up when spring is here.
It's changing the lyrics to the Green Day song.
That's
Wake me up, not when September ends, but when spring is here.
When spring is here, exactly. Because that
the great Rohan Davey. The great Rohan Davey.
Into the building.
You know that voice.
All right, thank you, JD.
All right, see y'all later. Thanks.
I appreciate you.
A new name, Self-Sucker.
Self-Sucker. Double S.
As
How
we
you
go,
doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man.
His parents watch the show now.
Oh, that's good.
They like
Wonderful. We got new fans.
Yeah, man. They liked one of my stories from yesterday.
What was it?
It was my Kevin Faulk story.
Oh, you go ahead and just tell them the story.
Okay. So,
this is a good story.
Oh, peace, bro.
Later, big dog.
I had never. I was like 8, so I was young, so I didn't really.
I know. We got a gland of misfits, brother.
No, I like it.
Thank you.
I gotta stay for the story.
I think I fucking fit.
I had never heard of Kevin Faulk when I was a kid. I was like 8, so I was young. So my first introduction to him was when the Saints played the Patriots the year we won the Super Bowl, like 2009, whatever, right? And so I'm watching the game with my dad, and Kevin Faulk gets the ball, and my dad starts cheering for him. Like cheering for Kevin Faulk, like actively cheering for him to like score. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, we're cheering for the Saints. Like, I'm a Saints fan. Like, what you doing cheering for Kevin Faulk? And I said something slick.
And how old were you? 8?
I was like 8. So
He should have slapped the shit out you.
Well, listen.
Just
So
wait.
So I said something slick. I was like, man, screw Kevin Faulk. Like, I don't know who this is. I know, right? He turned off the TV. He He said, listen to me, you little fuck. All right? You got 3 rules while you living in my house. You don't disrespect your mom. Good rule.
Great rule.
You don't lie.
Great rule. Another one.
And you don't ever say fucking shit about Kevin Faulk.
The fucking right.
Yep. And then he sent me upstairs, and I didn't even get to watch the rest of the
you can't watch
game.
it no more. You on fucking punishment. Send it.
And now I know.
Dad, I love you, Dad. And this is the same dad that had the helmet on, huh?
Yeah. Same guy.
Yes. Dad.
There you go.
Yes, that's right. That's blasphemy.
But you got to learn. I didn't know.
You
I was
didn't
young,
know. Well, he
right?
had to teach you.
Yep. I know.
And he did a
Same
great
job.
job. I
Good
think he did a
parenting.
great job.
I got it framed in my room now. Kevin Faulk when he beat Florida in '97.
That's right.
The newspaper. Now I know.
You need to get all eyes on 3 too.
Oh, yeah.
You should get that tattoo. You should have tattooed. You should have put.
I'm
that
gonna
in the back
tattoo
of your
elbow
damn
pads
head.
on my.
No, I want to
tattoo
see
the
you
elbow
put it in the
pads
back of
on.
your head. I'm gonna take you to the barbershop and put it in the back of your damn head.
All eyes on
That is a great story.
Yeah,
it is.
Dad is awesome.
appreciate it.
Dad is awesome. I like your dad now.
He likes you too.
I liked him
Yeah.
before. I know. I liked him before with the helmet, but I
Right.
really like because Kev, my boy.
Oh, yeah.
Need to retire that jersey, man. Put 3 in the Raptors, man.
Amen.
Goodness gracious.
Amen. Well, we appreciate you getting in here, Ro.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
we shift the show from Jacques Doucet, the best in the business over at WFB, to everybody's favorite LSU quarterback.
That's my guy,
Rohan
JD,
Davey.
baby. JD had a lot going on this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
He
I'ma
was
tell
letting
you
us
that.
know.
Oh, God, he had a lot. He hit me up. I couldn't make it, my dog. I was doing something else. But JD have a lot going on during this Mardi Gras season,
It's a
bro.
busy time.
Yeah, it is.
'Cause you got
Especially
all the-
portals and all
Right.
this.
You got portal going on. Baseball's about to get
Baseball
started.
about to kick off. They
Men's
about
and
to
women's
kick ass,
basketball.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Men's and women's basketball, damn gymnastics.
Right.
That damn gymnastics team, let me tell you, if you're talking about a measure of consistency over the last, decade or whatever, boy, hats off to them and the baseball team.
Yeah.
Listen, I went to my first boys basketball game in a while. And listen, bruh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
You went to the Missouri game?
Yeah.
Yep.
We was there.
We were all there.
lit.
Y'all didn't tell me.
We should
No,
have.
well, we didn't know, but we got gifted our sweet partners at
Yes,
Southern
Southern
Regional
Regional.
Medical Center dropped some tickets because we were blaspheming the LSU basketball. Y'all got to go. You can't say nothing if you haven't been.
That's true.
And it's true. So we
Very
took
true.
up their offer, and it was good to
Shout
see
out
a
to
win.
my boy Taz. You know,
Yep.
look,
Oh, he still wants to play.
Listen, he look
He's
like
on the
he
bench.
can play.
Oh yeah.
He probably gonna only go up 1 or 2 times, but he looking, boy. That boy ready.
Yes.
They doing a good job, man. They doing a good job. Very competitive, bro. I mean, hell, that's what happens when you give them a little money, though.
Yep.
You know, you
Yeah.
can get a couple guys.
Yep.
So shit.
Well, Ro, we appreciate you getting in here. We'll start it with the portal right now. The biggest conversation is around the recruitment of the big left tackle from
Seaton.
Colorado, Seaton.
Big seat.
And the way it's kind of played out, on Sunday he gets here for his visit. He stays all day Sunday. He's supposed to leave for Oregon on Monday. He doesn't leave for Oregon.
He doesn't
instead stays in Baton Rouge.
Get him some more stabs.
Right. Leaves yesterday to go to Atlanta. And then Kiffin gets on a plane, flies to Atlanta. He didn't go to Atlanta for a visit. There was no school.
Strip club.
That's where he trains.
Yeah.
Get them lemon peppers.
Lemon pepper wings.
And so Kiffin gets on a plane to go to Atlanta, and Dan Lanning at Oregon also gets on a plane. And so my question to you before we get into the actual conversation, how would it feel to be the number 1 left tackle in the transfer
Jesus
portal
Christ.
right now?
I mean, he's being recruited more than quarterback.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't do all this for Levitts. I mean, goodness gracious.
We kind of did. He went on a plane to Knoxville to
Yeah,
go
we went
stop.
to Knoxville.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to go. This
true,
is Lane's
true.
like. Just
Well,
because
listen,
you're
he
leaving
get the
Bill Duggan,
quarterback treatment. But
Yeah.
listen, I mean, when you got a guy, when they talking about is a can't miss first round top 10 pick.
Yeah.
And he still has to play another year of college ball. And, I mean, if you see this mammoth of a guy and his athletic ability with it, I mean, I understand why they're going after him so much. But it's like, bro, we're waiting on him to make this decision, though. And only thing that I could think of, bro, is I see that his uncle has a lot that's,
of course,
coordinating everything. So I'm sure they want to make sure Unc good. You know what I'm saying? But also make sure that he maximizes and whatever the interworkings and the little things. And I saw Matt Moscona also, the great Matt Moscona was talking about that even the governor was involved.
Right.
Which, shit, I don't care about that part of it. But whatever, to get the kid. But most importantly, bro, it's like, you see what Kiffin's doing, right? You see, the plethora of talent that's in the number 1 receiver, number 1 quarterback, number 1 left tackle. And if I'm Seat, I will be looking at the totality of all that and then the track record of Ole Miss. You've been to Colorado, the track record of Oregon. So for me, it's like, man, if the money line up and Unc taken care of or whoever else and the little intricacies are worked out, come on down, baby. Come on down. If we're talking about Oregon and that's big dog right there. We're talking about, Lord have mercy. We're talking about Oregon and LSU.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so
SEC.
Right. It's the biggest brand of football, and you get to play for
Come down here and play against these dogs, man, and show not only yourself but LSU. Which it's just like I was in at Elite yesterday. I was talking to Big Lamar. Big Lamar looked like he got bigger. So I told Big Lamar, I say, bro, I saw you in the All-American Bowl. I say not the games, but the practices. I watched the practices. I said, bro, it looked like you took it a little personal at that game, being surrounded by all them dogs. And, bro, this is what separates just kids from men from kids.
Yeah.
And Big Lamar looked at me with a smile, and he was like, Coach, I did. He said, Coach, I did. He said, being at U-High, we don't play against guys like that. In the class, we don't play against guys like that. He said, so I wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to see if I could do the same thing to them that I do on Friday nights.
Right.
And I said, and so how'd you do? He said, I killed them.
You killed them.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you did, bro. And I told him, so I asked him, I said, man, what, I know you're, D tackle, offensive line. I said, where do you know what I'm saying, where you want to play at? What have they been saying? And he was like, man, that's it. I'm going to just talk to Lane, and wherever he want me to play, I dominate both sides. And I'm like, bro, you know how refreshing that was for me?
Right.
And not to say, oh, no, I'm going to D tackle. I won't play there. I'm going somewhere else. And I'm like, it's a great attitude to have going in. And I told him, I said, bro, you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you do what you want to do. I've known this kid since he was 13 years old, playing with the New Orleans Naturals, playing wide receiver.
right.
And I'm like,
no lineman in 7-on-7.
No, but he was.
Yeah.
And, to see that mentality that he has, not so mature for his age, I see why he is who he is and regarded the way he is. Just that one single conversation yesterday. So, listen, I've been a huge Lamar fan, but I'm even bigger now. I'm a bigger fan now. That's my favorite Tiger now.
Yeah,
man.
And it's going to be hard to keep him off the football
field.
No.
He's going to be on the field. No. You're not keeping him off the field.
Right. No red shirt around here.
No, hell no. Bro, he's not one of them guys that you put on the sideline and say, I need to, he needs to mature, he needs to get stronger, he needs to this, he needs that. No, he's ready, man. He was in there working out with Tevin. Shout out to Tevin. He was in there working out with Tevin yesterday, and I'm talking about, bro, this kid moves like a damn rush, like an edge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he damn 300 pounds,
Right.
Bro, unbelievable talent, man.
But that's why you need to get Seaton, so you don't have to even concern yourself with him playing offensive line.
Exactly.
Because it might be, really, you might be left tackle tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because that's where you need him right now.
That's exactly.
They built up that D-line.
He going straight to the
left.
left.
Yeah, you don't have no more conversation.
And then, listen, now, if we could pull this off.
That was literally the question I was just about to ask you. How possible is it?
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'm going to have to make some calls and see what's going on and why it ain't done yet or what's the hold up, because, certain people know. But, bruh, the only thing that I could see is money.
Of course.
That's the only thing I can see. And
you've had it up
I
to this
know
point.
We'll find it.
Yep.
We'll find it.
We've been finding it.
Oh, you ain't lying. I mean, bro.
Just cash that check at the end of the month.
What the hell is his butt? Yeah, cash it. Give me a couple of weeks. We're gonna.
I'll write it down for you. Just let me know when that. Yeah. First day of class.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, they get this done. It's solidified. You talk about last year. We was talking about the offensive line, being that they were young. Some guys first year players. I still think we lost a couple guys that I thought very much so had talent and could develop and play. But nonetheless, we talk about that was a focal point, and it's been addressed, right? It's been addressed. He's been doing a great job of bringing in these guys to fill those holes. But when you say you're going to get the number one offensive lineman in the portal, and not just regarded as the number one offensive lineman in the portal, but also the number one lineman possibly in the draft when he comes out, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. And especially for a guy that can play. Like, he can play.
Right.
You ain't You ain't it ain't no, worry about this, worry about that. You stick him in, it's done.
Plug and play.
There. That's right. Yeah. So I hope they get it done.
Well, how important is that for you being a quarterback if you bring in the best left tackle that literally money can buy? How much does that make you feel comfortable in the whatever Lane Kiffin offense is going to be?
Listen, man. I'm snugged in like a snuggie blanket.
Comfortable.
I'm very comfy. I'm very secure that I don't even got to worry about that side. And then the other thing that'll let you know is when defensive coordinators are like, goes to my mind as a quarterback now that I know, okay, the left side's locked down.
Right.
It's the same thing if you have a lockdown corner on defense on either side of the field. Well, now I know offensive, you know what? Most of my targets aren't going to go to that left, aren't going to go to Derek Stingley. I'm not going to throw to the right side of the field. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I won't go there occasionally, but when we're designing this offense and we're putting this game plan together for this week, we're going to stay away from the right side a little bit more. And it's the same thing when you have a Seaton, you stick him in at the left side, and you're not running too many games defensively off his side.
Right.
Everything else is not going to get pushed to that right side, that right tackle and that right guard, because you know one thing on that left side is going to be folded up back there. You know, so that's what a guy like you getting a guy like him does. And then for a quarterback, man, it just puts you in that zone to where, you know, especially a right-handed quarterback, my backside is protected. I don't even got to, you know, where I could focus on what – I mean, don't get it twisted. I'll take a glance, you know what I mean? It's pre-snap read and look, see if they bringing blitzes off that side or something. But I know for the most part I'm protected right there.
Yeah. And to me, and I'll ask from your perspective, there's a level of excitement around the fan base right now that's been high since Kiffin was hired. But these examples of him getting on the plane to go meet Levitt in Knoxville, now getting on the plane to meet Seaton in Atlanta, where he's putting in this effort, and it seems like he's got a chip on his shoulder, right? So that he's at LSU to prove something. He's not just collecting a check. He's not just here to get the guaranteed contract and wear the purple and gold. He's here to prove something. And how much confidence and excitement does that bring you when you see that example laid out? And also, putting yourself in the player's shoes, how does that make you feel as a player on the roster or a player that's being recruited, seeing the effort that the LSU head coach is putting in?
Well, you know, when you – and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but when you are coming off of what we had before and where the stigma was you don't work as hard.
Yeah.
And now – we've had the 3 previous guys that we know put that work in before BK. And now you get a Lane Kiffin that's great offensive mind, but also been under a great head coach for a while as a mentor. And you see the work ethic. You know what I mean? You see the work ethic. And then to your point, coming in, leaving that program at Ole Miss and getting here, and with all the expectations being the Portal King, being this, being that, now you have the brand behind you that pumps you up even more. Your brand equated with our brand, LSU brand, and now the expectations get blown up even more. So what I'm most happy about is that he's not running from the expectations.
Right.
You don't understand what I'm saying? Like when we talked about it before and was like, well, what do we expect this year with him? Do we expect to get in the playoffs? Do we expect to be an 8-9 win team, whatever it may be? Well, he himself is raising his own expectations.
Right.
So I don't even think that our expectations are his. His expectations are, I think, far surpass what we think. I think Lane Kiffin's expectation is to be in the national championship game.
Yeah.
I really do.
He left the potential to go to one.
The way he's going about his business right now, the guys the effort he's putting in, flying here, just like you pointed out, that's what it says to me. It says to me like, yeah, I've asked y'all for this. You guys have delivered, meaning the money people. They've delivered, and now I'm going to deliver. You know what I mean? So that's what I get from him when I see all these moves. And listen, I've had an opportunity to go up to the building a lot now more often.
Mm-hmm.
So, bruh, there is a confidence in that building, and not just with the new guys, Corey Raymond, Blake. You know, those guys are. It's so the fear, the aura in the building is so much different, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I walked in the building, they taking pictures. The guys are coming back. The guys are coming back, and you didn't see that with the last regime. And not that you have to open the doors up to all the former players, but it's not even so much about that. It's more about you want to bring back the family dynamic and the family atmosphere of what LSU players and the family is used to. And bro, you have no idea how much that just warms everybody's heart.
Yeah.
Because you see that, you know what, we got a guy that understands. Got a guy that understands. And you're talking about an ultimate players coach, but also has the discipline to go with it, and I know that discipline comes with maturity from him over the years, because he ain't always been that. From guys that I know that played for him,
right?
He ain't always been that. But bro, listen, man, it's a new day. It's damn sure a new sheriff in town, and he's doing every single thing that he can possibly do for this LSU fan base, showing that, you know, you guys are invested in a guy that's going to work his behind off for you, and somebody that you could be proud of to be your coach. And that's how I feel right now. I'm you know, people say what they want about, you know, how he left, how he did, how he did. Leaving any school is messy, bro.
Right.
When they put that in, especially when it, you know, when Coach Saban left here, it was messy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, and to kind of with that point of the way he left, in my opinion, that's why the pressure's so high.
Yeah.
Like, you left a team that made a run, got to the semifinals of the college football playoff, and the national media narrative is, well, you left LSU to go compete for a championship, but you had a chance to do it here. And so now the pressure's on at LSU, and to him, that's where the chip on his shoulder comes from. Like, well, I came here because of the opportunity and the ability to do it at LSU, and so now it's all in on year one making it happen, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And I've said this a couple times before, but I don't know when. I don't remember what year or when it was that that Lane fell in love with LSU, because he did a long time ago, and I think that Lane has always wanted to be the head football coach at LSU. And I'm sure whatever conversation he used to have with Coach Saban about LSU, picking the brain, because when he had that press conference, he said what Coach Saban told him, that you would regret this, regret that. It doesn't sound like that was their first conversation about LSU.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that he's where he wants to be, and he wants to prove that I'm here now and I want to leave my mark. And to him, the mark I think that he's talking about, if I was him, is 2-3 championships.
Yeah,
that's the only mark that he could be talking about. Because if you just wanted one and you wanted to just be that and sit somewhere and be a legend there, you could have stayed at Ole Miss.
Right.
A place that ain't never won one, never been as far as they've been, and he's taking them there every year. He could have sat there and went through this whole year and asked boosters for more money and did this and did that and still try to bring that brand up some more. But I think that, if I'm correct, that Lane has always wanted to be here, always wanted to be a part of this brand, and now to him it's, I'm going to win me 2-3 championships and get me a statue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you know, that's something that nobody's done.
Right.
Right. You've got 4 championships, but they're all coaches that have been here for 1 year.
Right. And
Ed's got a ring. Les got 1 ring. Nick's got 1 ring.
And the ability to one-up Coach Saban, I'm sure that's in there too.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's in there too, baby.
Well, and also one-up him, but also like continue the legacy that he began, right? When he got here. Because, I mean, if Nick doesn't leave to go to the NFL, he's still got all the rings, right? They're just a different color,
that's right.
But he does leave, and you see the legacy that he laid, the groundwork that he laid, that helps Les get a ring and helps.
If I was somewhere I wouldn't go is Alabama, because you got to win a lot of championships there to get past that old man. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to have to be Nick Saban's going to have to have another kid.
Right.
It's going to have to be somebody. It's going to have to be Saban in a suit.
Right.
Because that's where it feels like with Lane Kiffin, because of the way that the departure was and how Ole Miss talked about him and how he was kind of, I guess, slandered publicly.
Yeah. No doubt.
And to him, he's probably like, all right,
watch this.
Oh yeah, like okay, you're saying all the I'm gonna make this worse for you because of what you said. If you look at it from his perspective. I came to Ole Miss. Y'all weren't winning anything. Perennial losers.
He put him on the map.
And then he put him on a map. And what did I get for it? Chased out of town, my shit thrown in the street. And that's how much you miss me. That's how much it hurts.
No doubt.
But now I'm going to put that pressure on you again because I'm going to a place. I want to prove myself right that I made the right decision. I want to make Nick Saban right.
And I'm going to kill y'all.
And everybody.
Yeah.
Because he does have a chance to beat the first head coach at LSU to win multiple national championships. And This ain't starting year 2. This is starting year 1. This not
no doubt.
It's not the Matt McMahon like it's actually year 0.
No doubt.
No, I got the war chest. Y'all, like you said, everything that y'all deliver on your end.
I'm a deliver.
And I'm proving it. And it's so interesting to see the dynamic of, like you said, where Brian Kelly was the head coach. It's like walking on eggshells in the building. Can I be in here? Where is he? And that's why the doors are closed because he didn't want anybody to see that. It wasn't around.
There, right.
This is the total opposite where Lane Kiffin's, you know where he is because he's telling you on the internet every 15 minutes.
6 a.m.
He's on a plane recruiting, or he's on a plane back to LSU. The only time he spoke publicly was yesterday. Like you saw him in the introductory press conference. You saw him on ESPN for a split second, and then yesterday morning, and then he leaves again to go recruit, and then he's back in the building again.
Listen, man, I think, he's a guy that it seems like because of how he's moving, that all he wants to do is start OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to start coaching.
Ready to get to work.
And every time a new head coach comes in, even when BK came, I always go to their first couple practices, just because everyone does things a little bit differently. To see what's the difference with this coach and the other coach, what made, why are you so regarded as this guru, this so on and so forth.
How'd you win all these games?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to, bro, sitting in these quarterback meetings and just sitting in the back and watching and just hearing and seeing from a Charlie Weiss Jr. and Lane Kiffin on just, okay, what let me see what this juju is like. You know what I'm saying? Like your head, your philosophy on these things, what you thinking here, because I'm an offensive minded guy, so it's always a pleasure to get around guys that know so much more than I do and have done it for so long, and to just see how they go about their business. But man, listen, I'm not, from playing for Big Charlie and knowing how he was and seeing how little Charlie is now, and not ever been in the circle of Lane to see how he, expresses or coaches himself. I'm really looking forward to seeing what makes these guys the guys. You know what I mean?
And talking about timeline on winning and championships and all of that, I know this is a sore subject, but how much does the Cignetti timeline at Indiana play a factor? He takes over a program that went 3-9 and 1-8 in the Big Ten. In year 1, he's got them in the playoff with 1 loss, and then in year 2, they're 16-0 and win a national championship, right? And you see the timeline has shifted from. It's not really, this build it up over 3-4 years. It's like, no, you want an instant return when you hire a coach, because that's what Indiana just witnessed. They go 3-9, they hire a coach, they're in the playoff, and then the next year they're undefeated, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback and a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, look, bro. First off, I take my hat off to Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay. The things that cost UM the game were the things I thought that would cost them the game. Of course. You saw the pressure get to Indiana a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. They definitely did some things uncharacteristic of themselves. We talk about, no stars versus 4 and 5 stars or whatever. Well, you saw the reason why you need some stars too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? Because the biggest, baddest player on that field was Bane.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And this kid Mendoza, first of all, did y'all see the end of the game when he was on the field doing the talk?
We did.
Did you see him start crying? And then turned around and gave an interview with dry eyes. I was like, you know what? This kid could be like a serial killer.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Good thing he's a quarterback.
Great thing he's a quarterback because he's very cerebral.
Yeah.
Right? No, his media training is phenomenal.
Right.
But it also goes with you know what I'm saying, up top. But bro, I think with that game, bro, I was so pissed off. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was so pissed off and I know why Miami was doing it, because they didn't have their corner for the first half of the game. But if you're gonna give a guy a 10-yard cushion and then backpedal another 5 yards and they just get an easy 6-7 yard completion every time, that's all he was doing. I'ma take it. So, that peed me off a little bit. But, bro, it was the best thing that I saw in that game was after the game, and it was Mario Cristobal. Besides Negi talking about he want to crack open a beer. I love when he says that.
That's so funny.
I know, dog.
Yeah.
I love when he say that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what.
This. Oh, I'm gonna go have a beer.
I'm gonna go crack open a cold one.
They asked him the next day. They were like, "How was that beer?" He said, "Best beer ever. Maybe we want to get another one."
Yeah, it probably did.
He probably did.
Yeah, probably.
100%.
Are you kidding me? That boy sat there with a damn ice chest.
Oh, yeah.
Until it was all, honey, leave me alone.
24 of them.
20. That's right.
Down the hatch.
I wouldn't
I'm
blame
already
him.
at home.
I wouldn't blame him.
No.
I wouldn't blame him. I would not blame him. But yes, he is the quintessential we're not waiting, right? Yeah. He got his quarterback. And honestly, they talk about that in Indiana they don't have as many Sunday guys as clearly. But what they do have is the guys that are Sunday guys, they're at the right positions. Wide receiver, running back, quarterback, and your two offensive linemen on the offensive side. Those guys are Sunday guys. And on the defensive side, you don't have as many, but they play so doggone sound, man, and wouldn't give you up anything. So, he's – you get the right coach in the building. And also for him, man, it helps that all his coaches have been with him for 2 decades. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is freaking crazy in a day and age where people leave and bust and go other places. But it shows that, and I don't know if it's too many coaches that can do that. I don't know if it's too many coaches that could have guys be that loyal to them because he gave them the start when he was at IUPU or wherever it may have been. And they just continue to go, and then when he glossed up, he throw him away. He didn't feel like, hey, I got to go get me a Power 5 coordinate. That's right. And it's hats off to him, man. I think he's a fantastic football coach. Fantastic football coach. He reminds me so much of Coach Saban, and that's part of why I love him, because of my love for Coach Saban. But, man, I think that he showed him the right way. But I don't think there's a lot of coaches in America that can do that. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of coaches in America that has that pedigree. I think Lane can do it, right? But look at his pedigree. He's from under the same umbrella. And you got to have a look, whatever they say. We know Indiana dipped in the portal, so you got to have a little change. Yep. And I'm sure now they'll become a little bit more popular. I saw they signed a 4-star out of Texas. But he shows you the blueprint, and he shows you that, you don't have to wait 5 years. But that's the thing now, though. Even when Lane came and we were talking about it, even before the season and all this, we was like, no, we're not waiting 2-3 years to get in the playoffs. You've done this forever. Yeah. You've been in here, you're getting guys. So this is up your wheelhouse, and now you have the brand behind you. We should be able to flourish. Yeah, hell yeah.
As a quarterback, I know it was, you were rooting for Miami, but the Fernando Mendoza touchdown on the QB draw play where he cuts inside, he breaks the tackle, and then dives.
The kid's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback in the NFL. I do. He goes the right places with the football. He puts his team over himself. Yeah. And the kid's tough, bro, because
he's taking hits.
Listen, that first play should have been a targeting.
The first hit, that was dirty.
That was targeting. Yeah. And I'm a fan. But that was targeting. And that kid took it, bit it, spit it out, got on the sideline, told the trainer, leave me alone, I'll take care of it. and went back out, man, and continued. That run, honestly, I don't know where it's gonna go down. Like in national championship, great plays. You got the Vince Young run out there. You got, these other, but, bro, on 4th down, with the safety was a dumbass on that too, though. And for them to call that, first of all, for them to have the confidence in him to call that, and then for this kid to go out and make the run of his life, spinning, contorting his body, dropping his shoulder, and then extending and diving in the end zone where he got popped.
And held on the football?
I'm talking about, dog, the whole time he was running, I was like, fumble.
You had chances to get him. He took them.
But I'd say, listen, my hat's off to him. The only thing I didn't like what he did was a fake cry at the interview, because the first thing that went through my mind was, I was like, yeah, that's serial killer ass right there. Nah, he just then turned around. I was like, no, you can't do that, Mendoza. But it's Mendoza. You know what I mean? So I listen. Whoever picks him, they talking about Las Vegas. Tom was there, so he got a close-up look at him. Maybe you'll endorse him the way you didn't endorse Shador, but we'll see. But I think he's going to be I think he's going to be a good quarterback, man. I really do. I really do.
And then to flip sides, to go to Carson Beck in Miami. I hate pinpointing and harping on one bad play, but from a quarterback's perspective, you're watching that the last throw, the interception. What do you see? Because I know for you, especially rooting for Miami, to sit and watch the play from a quarterback's perspective, it's got to be tough to see that.
It was fucking terrible. I can't even lie to you, dog. We always say, man, Carson, he'll have a brain fart.
Yep.
2-3 times a game.
Just don't let it be then.
Yeah.
And he had a brain fart in the last 50 seconds of the game. And, bro, and the part I don't understand about it is the kid was in press bail, knew he had safety help over the top. It's possibly one of the easiest coverages to identify. Because even if you're going that way, the first thing you make sure is no one's over the top. And it's not like they disguised them.
No, it was straight cover 2.
That kid
sprinted.
Yeah.
Jumped off the hash and got over the top. The cornerback was in that press bail trail. He had nothing to the flat, nothing to threaten him to the flat. So he knew he had help over the top, just straight bail, press bail, trail technique. And they showed it from the beginning, from the beginning, from the ball was snapped. Ball snap, your eyes is on that safety over the top. I'm off of it.
Right.
I'm off of it. And not only did he not come off of it, Carson Beck threw the ball 6 yards short.
Right at the DB. Right at the
6
corner.
yards short. And this kid from Miami, played at Miami Northwestern. Shout out to the Bulls. Teddy Bridgewater. Y'all need to go ahead and rehire Teddy, bro. And had a chip on his shoulder because always wanted to go to the U, but they didn't recruit him. So how fitting is it? Man, I watched the close-up replay of it. And you see this kid's eyes, he's like, he can't believe it.
You're throwing it.
Bro, it's like he can't believe it's coming, right? And he can't believe that the ball is being thrown in his direction with him in a bail technique and a safety over the top. And the thing is about it is like, Beck, if you're going to throw it to the back of the end zone. Throw it to the back of the end zone where it's like a jump ball or something. You done made the mistake of not seeing a safety over the top. But now, even if there wasn't a safety over the top, he still would have picked it.
That throw still doesn't work.
Yes.
It could have been one-on-one.
It doesn't matter.
You threw it to the DB.
So, man, and I know he feels the worst out of everybody because, I know he does. He's a heck of a competitor. He played how he needed to play the first 2-3 playoff games. And this one I knew, bro. That's why I said everything that I and everyone else, not just me, knew couldn't happen. You can't have an offsides on 3rd and 15, right? Mm-hmm. You can't have a roughing the passer on 3rd and 7, right? So even though they were a lot more disciplined than they were in the previous game, but this one for sure you cannot have the mental blunders. You cannot have these late hits on the quarterback because it's Indiana, and because of how clean they play. They have been playing in, not just during the playoff, but during the entire season. You know what Nettie and the boys coming with? They're coming with discipline, they're coming with heart, they're coming with desire, and they're coming with a will to finish. And so you had to match that. And Miami ain't flinch at all. Neither team flinch. Mm-mm. Neither team flinch. And you take that damn block kick out, punt out, so on and so forth. But Miami had to play a really, really clean game when it came to penalties and execution in the situational parts of the football game. And the situational parts of the football game is where they lost it. Because they didn't execute on third downs at all until the second half. They didn't execute defensively on third and short situations. We roughing the passer, offsides, those things that gave them extra. So, like I said before, bro, hats off to Indiana and Mendoza and Nettie and the boys because they played a very, 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 very clean game. Not as clean as they usually play, but they gave themselves more opportunities than the U did.
And you talked about the interception. Jamari Sharp, his uncle, played for the U, and he was the one that was responsible.
Right, and every kid in Miami want to go to the U.
Of course.
Well, it's like Louisiana and LSU.
That's right.
You grow up in Miami.
Because I wanted to go to the U. I'm telling you, boy, I can't every
glad
time.
you did.
Yeah, me too.
We're very happy.
Yeah,
me too.
Works out.
It worked out best.
It did.
But for your, I know
we've got some breaking news.
Oh, let's get to it.
Prince Will Umanmielen has just committed to LSU. The sack leader from Ole Miss, 9 sacks last season. The edge rusher, he was number 1.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he entered the portal. He just committed to LSU. So now LSU's got.
They got 3 of the top tacklers in the SEC.
Yep, they've got their pass rusher.
The 2 edges. In Tennessee and this, Lord have mercy. What is Blake gonna do with all these new toys, baby? Like, hey, listen. But you know what though? It's funny, bro, because you look like last year and I guess the year before when all this portal stuff was going on and we weren't that active like we are now. And I was saying, look at all these people buying the championship.
Yeah. They can't do it this way. It's bad for the sport.
Now you like, it ain't my money. Throw it out there.
Get him.
Go get him.
Get him, Lane.
Now I have to look at ourselves and look us in the mirror and be like, oh, well, yeah, guys.
Hey, the game changed. You got adapt or die.
Listen, bro. I mean, it is unbelievable. It's like every time you wake up or every time you blink your eye, it's somebody else. It's somebody else.
Yeah.
It's a new one, and it's like, where you talking about? I forgot who said. One of my partners said this to me the other day. He was like, "Bro, they got a lot of money."
Yeah.
I say, I guess there's a lot of people around here with a lot of money because I'm telling you now. I mean, to be able to this haul that's coming in, and you talking about. You have 2 starting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I don't even know and I'm not even going to rule out
Landon Clark.
I'm not going to Clark. I'm not going to even rule out Clark because just like I said before, any kid that's a quarterback and get a big ass tattoo on his leg and you're not sassy, you got to have some thump with you. You know what I'm saying, to be able to pull that off and all that. And he looks athletic enough to make the throws and all that. So it's like, bro, you got 2 starting quarterbacks. The receiving room is back. Your offensive line is solidified, even without Seat. I think you have a good offensive line. He just
puts it over the top.
Oh God, your defensive line and your edge, your linebacker. Like, bro, you have the top 3 tacklers in the SEC on your team now.
Yeah, Daugherty, Weeks, Keys.
Yes, your secondary.
Of course.
Solidified.
Pickett, Woodland.
Right.
You go add Benfield.
And I'm like, bro, what? Now you're just adding depth on top of depth. Right. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see now it's an onus on the coaches to make the right decisions, to get guys in the right place, to find out exactly what these guys do best or can't do best and put them in these situations with these different packages. And so I'm excited, bro. And this the part about it that I like is just to see how they put this jigsaw puzzle together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, bro.
You got to have confidence in these coaches. Do that. Lane Kiffin offensively, just by himself, in addition to Charlie Weiss and the other guys, that he knows where to put puzzle pieces, and then Blake Baker. Yeah. So with this roster, came down to give me, like you said, as many toys as possible, and now I get to have the fun of putting him in the spot.
Well,
the
defense
dangerous.
should be better than last year.
Yeah, I mean he's got weapons on top of weapons.
And then I think that one of the differences also too is you have D linemen.
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to get an inside rush.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like if I got these edges coming off and doing what they're supposed to do, but I'm also getting a rush from the middle, I'm getting a push. Listen, I'll take as a quarterback, I don't want a push from the middle.
No, you want to be able to step up in the pocket.
That's exactly right. I want that umbrella.
Yeah.
I don't care about the edges. Honestly, I never cared about defensive ends. If you get up the field, I'm going to come underneath. If you come outside, I'm going to bounce out. Like, I don't care about that. I don't want that push up the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because you call getting that quarterback off that spot. Right. That spot is 5 to 6 yards behind that center, right? And you get me off that spot, now I'm out my zone. But now you get me out that spot, and I have edges that's pushing, and they're not getting past me, and they fold them back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Coach.
Yeah, last year, Uman Mielen totaled 45 tackles and 9 sacks. The last time LSU had an edge rusher with 9 or more sacks was Arden Key with 12 in 2016. Since then, Swinson was close. Swinson had 8.5 in 24.
Yeah.
But
Swinson was good.
That's a huge addition to that edge rushing room to go along with, like you said, Ross and Gabe Relaford, who's coming back. And then you've got Don McKinley returning in the middle, hopefully continuing to develop, and just some of those other pieces.
It's like, the edge shit is so much different now because when I played, there was no edge. Seriously, there wasn't no damn edge. Now you have an edge coach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? You have an edge coach now, and now that's the most sought after position, not only in college but in the NFL, because you gotta affect that guy. You got to affect that guy. So as soon as you can affect that guy, you're no longer a DN, you're an edge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, whew, child.
It's going to be exciting. That's for sure. Quite the roster they've put together.
I mean, bro, you just think about it. Like, the last time, I actually can't remember the last time. I can't remember the last time I was this excited for the beginning of the season. Or not even for the season, just to go to a practice and see.
Just get to spring. Just give me the spring ball.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like,
and now last year it feels like faux excitement. What we were like trying to get excited about. Oh, Brian Kelly's giving $1 million to the roster.
Right.
You look at all the transfer portal pieces you got. Like there's quarterbacks coming back. This is what this feeling is what it's supposed to feel like.
We were just so starved for excitement over the 4 years in Brian Kelly. A couple good things happened. We were like, this is it. This is fun. Like
this is what you come to LSU for.
Yeah.
No, this is what you come to LSU for.
And you know what's so crazy too with it is like, okay, the first 3 with BK, first year was good. Expectations was off the roof because of how he came in. And then you saw the slow goddamn decline in the next 2 years. But then he tried to rev it up last year by jumping in the
Saved my job.
Lines. That's right.
Throw some money at it.
But you know what it showed though, bro? It showed that you can't – that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
It showed that it doesn't matter in year 4 if you go and pull these pieces that – what you've done before has already tainted everything that you're trying to do now, because you can't just snap your finger and now it's on. It's like coach used to tell me this shit all the time because I didn't like practice. You're like, oh, you're not going to be able to just turn it on when you want to and turn it off when you want to. Well, yes, I was. But it didn't happen
no, I want
all
to do
the
it
time.
even more.
Yeah. But it's like he's not going to be able to now just say, I'm now going to be a relentless recruiter and so on and so forth, and I'm going to stay away from
golf and tequila.
And no, that's what I've been for 3 years. I could try to fake it now, but you know what? It still shows up.
Right.
And it's not just that, it trickles down through your coaches and everybody else. So that's why I say this thing with Lane, you've seen him over 4 or 5 years, however long it's been, that he's been successful at that. And I was arguing with I was arguing with a guy at Sammy's. He was from out of town. He was from L.A. And he's like, oh, Lane Kiffin, I'm so glad that y'all have him. He sucked when he was out there. He's a loser. I said, where are you from? He was like, L.A. I said, well, yeah, he did suck when he was out there.
Right.
And you're right. You're 100% right.
A long time ago.
Yeah, but that's my point.
Right.
Like, he was a fairly young coach, one of the first head coach's jobs, so on and so forth. You know what the crazy part is? I worked out for Lane Kiffin when he was in Oakland with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Me, Josh Booty, and the kid that was in – he was older than us. He was real old. Was it Neil O'Donnell? Somebody real old. Yeah, it was somebody real old. It was somebody like that, though. Probably wasn't Neil. No, not Vinny. Vinny from the crib.
Yeah,
shout out to Vinny. No, it was somebody else that was – I know he was in Pittsburgh before.
Charlie Batch?
No, hell no. It was a white dude.
Oh.
I can't remember his name though, but I remember when I came in, he was like, this was so funny. He was like, yeah, man, they got Josh Booties in there. You know, they play together, friends. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I killed the workout. The raw Ryan was out there. Then when we got back, I knew the shit was over. Because when we got in, I think Josh had Jason's Deli. And they gave me and the other kid a brown bag lunch. On the road.
Damn. Been around the block a minute.
But you know what? It was I would have signed there for sure, but it was, for me, it wasn't a make or break thing. I definitely would have took the job for sure. But it was funny, bro, because after he gave us the lunch, and I looked and I seen Josh's lunch, and I walked outside, I called my agent, I said, man, listen, man, I'm not going to get this job here. I said, they just gave me a brown paper bag lunch with looked like somebody grandma made a sandwich and an apple.
Pack me for the plane.
Oh, God, that just popped into my head. That was so funny because I was like, man, he got Jason's Deli. Oh, man.
Where's mine? Oh, he's over there.
Oh, yeah, this is over. This is
But then I said, listen, man, the guy at Samuels, I said, hey, that's a long time ago. He's here now. I say, what has he done over the last 5 years since he's been at Ole Miss?
Yep.
Right? Let's judge the guy on what he did. Bama, OC, FAU had a great, that's where this thing started, in my opinion. My cousin was fortunate enough to play for him. So I'm judging our coach on the maturity that he's had. This is what I said, I'm judging our coach on the maturity and everything that he has shown us over the last 5-7 years. And his trajectory has been soaring upwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So especially with the inception of this transfer portal. Let me ask you a question. Ask Clemson and see wouldn't they want Dabo to be a little bit more fluent in the transfer portal and understand the landscape a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. No, and also, I mean, there was something pretty important that happened after USC. He got to coach under Nick Saban for a handful of years, and
that's right.
It's called coaching rehab for a reason.
That's right.
Nick Saban takes him in, and
that's
all of a sudden they
look at it, man.
Let me look at the national championship game the other
right.
night. It's 2 Saban assistants.
Right, and the last Final Four was
Saban
assistant.
It's just,
even if you take Kiffin out and put Golden in, Saban assistant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It really is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And you know what? I mean, I think Pete Golden did an excellent job with his circumstances. So, listen. The Ole Miss, y'all happy y'all have them. Good for y'all. We happy we have who we
just got your leading tackler and your sack leader in 1 week.
You ain't lying.
Just
dog.
joined us.
And a plethora of other
that graphic looks a little different now, huh?
That was January
5th.
5th.
Yep.
And now
it should say not.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, go ahead and get on that, Wyatt.
No, it's just we'll just take out staying, going home. Going home.
There
you go.
Better.
Better,
Good,
better, best.
That is better. That's better.
But it's a huge addition because if there was
just a different home,
it wasn't a glaring hole on this roster, but you just didn't have that guy in the edge rushing room. You got the guy from Tennessee who was a 5-star, who's got the potential.
Right.
You want to develop him there. You got Gabe Relaford, who you know is special, but he's coming off an injury.
Yeah,
and you wanted the one that you circle.
Proven.
That's who it is.
Yeah, proven. And anytime you get a guy that proven, especially did it in the SEC.
Right.
Like, most importantly, did it in the SEC at a high level on possibly national championship. Well, not possibly, a national championship contending team. So, listen, the defensive side of it is, I'm an offensive guy for sure. But I'll be honest with you, the defensive side of it is where I'm mostly excited about.
Well, and that's the craziest thing because you think about a Lane Kiffin run program or team, you would be like, oh, offense. But then you look at this roster and you're like, the expectations are kind of on the defensive
and I'm
side
telling
of the
you,
ball.
bro, like that's always been, even years back whenever I was talking about Lane as a head coach. And my thing has always been with him is how serious are you about defense?
Right.
How serious are you about defense? And the maturity in him, I think, and being under the great coach Nick Saban, I think has elevated that to where he puts so much more of an onus on the defensive side because of his abilities on the offensive side.
Right.
And it's finally now where it's like, you know what? I know what the hell I could do on offense. I need to be able to stop people. I need to be able to create turnovers. I want to be able to dominate games and not wait until the fourth quarter to, decide it. And I've always questioned that about him. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, it's crazy because and he talked about it in his opening presser, you would think, because he sat back and he was like, when he talked about defense, I've got Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, and Monty Kiffin. Like, I know what a good defense looks like. He'd be like, well, and now he's got one put together. He's got Blake Baker. At the helm. Yeah,
And that's why, to me, we talked about when Lane Kiffin got here, he hadn't missed yet. Like, you could even go through the portal, like, Trinidad Chambliss didn't work out. Kawan Lacey didn't work out. Those are the only two where you can say Lane went after somebody and didn't get him.
You could say those were misses.
The biggest commitment he got was Blake Baker. And, he sold him on this vision, too. Like, look, I'll help your side of the ball, too. It's all just on me and the offense.
No doubt. I think Tulane helped, too, by not having no money. To be able to give Blake what he feel like he wanted to be the head coach to be able to compete.
By having the money to match the contract.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And anytime, like, for me, bro, think about it. If I'm Blake, though, and Tulane as the head coach, I'm going to struggle. It's not going to be, I'm not at LSU, or LSU with a substantial raise in my salary. And not only that, bro, don't you think, like, the fact that he goes from, like, and I don't know what their meetings were like, you know what I mean, when he talk to Lane, so on and so forth. But we all know what Lane's personality is.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I'm thinking, too, just the vast contrast from coming from BK to a Lane Kiffin, where, and the reason I say this, too, is because when I was up there in that building, bro, I walked in the defense. I would just walk around seeing who I could see. And Blake's in the defensive meeting room, him and Corey Raymond and some other people, legs up, kicked up, going over film, doing what they need. Kiffin's down on the other end, look like he just came from yoga. Spatchcock, that's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Glasscock.
Spatchcock's with the chicken. Or a turkey.
I'm always thinking about
that. There you go.
We're actually fasting right now, so I got like another 5 days. But, and the bit, bro, it's just like everybody's in sync already. Already?
Well, and I would contend that if Brian Kelly is still your head coach, Blake Baker's going Tulane.
He's gone.
He's
gone. And that was my point.
Yeah.
That caught off guard.
Yeah.
That was my point. Having a personality like that I want to work for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a part of this thing with him. He create more excitement in the coaches.
Right.
He create excitement in the coaches. You know what I mean? So you got a guy coming in, and you know what that shows, though? It shows like a certain kind of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It shows a certain kind of leadership in the lane that, I may not be this guy or that guy. I got my own little quirky shit going on and woo going on and da-da-da-da-da. But at the same time, when I'm here, y'all know what I'm about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fly to Atlanta. I'm going to fly to Tennessee. I'm going to fly to damn North Dakota, Timbuk, whatever, to get what we want.
Yep.
You got me? And I'm going to work my behind off. It's 4 a.m., baby. What you doing?
Where you at?
It's 6 a.m., baby. What you doing? BK still at the bar.
Checking the mail.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that kind of mentality, man,
That's the trickle-down effect that you're talking about.
It
Whether if
is.
it's BK that's like,
It
bro,
is.
he's never here. Why am I
It
here?
is.
What
Why am
am
I
I doing? Blake Baker, like, also, it'd be fun to coach a defense when your offense is going to put up more than 10 points a game.
And
I don't have to go win.
No more 20 to 10 wins.
No, now, you know, he really go in his bag.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He really go in that bag
He's
now.
gonna get
And these designs.
some cushion
and
with some points.
Man, bro, can you understand how he's going to have an opportunity to just unleash?
Yeah.
He's going to have an opportunity to create these crazy stunts, and he's crazy with all these guys. And that's the part about, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing in the spring is just like how defensively Blake goes in that bag, now knowing that you have the plethora of talent around you. What different schemes are we going to see from you based on, you know, who we're playing, so on and so forth. Because you're still going to be challenged. It's the SEC. It's just what it is.
But you're no longer handcuffed.
You're not handcuffed. You're not handcuffed. You're not handcuffed. You know, anything that you want out that store is there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's there. And you just go pluck it and pull it in. Bro, you have too deep all the way across right now. And that's one thing we haven't had in a long time is that good, solid depth. Now, guys got to stay healthy, right? Guys got to do the right thing.
Right.
That's all a component of you building your team. You're bringing all these guys together. You got to start building that team, building that camaraderie, so on and so forth. But like I said, he's done it. He's done it, and he knows what it takes to do it. And all the coaches that are up there are the same way. They've done it, and they know what it takes to get. I think retaining Corey and Blake were huge.
Yeah.
That was huge for us defensively.
100%.
So I'm just glad, bro, that we talking about this way.
Yes.
Yes.
You know?
The excitement.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Yes,
Talking about
bro.
with a smile on your face.
Yes, bro.
Not
yes,
making
bro.
excuses for it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's
right.
LSU, baby. They'll figure it out.
No.
Hell no.
No. And with the quarterback position not being able to see levels till later on, I mean, look, this kid gets this jump and he comes out the gate and he's learning and he builds this camaraderie with these guys because he's there. I mean, you know.
Have you seen either of them throw yet?
No.
Longstreet or Clark?
No, not in person.
Yeah.
Not in person. Hopefully get to see that today or tomorrow. But just the fact that, I mean, you know what the talent is, though.
Right, of
course. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you could bring in 3 guys that could possibly start for you, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that. And the thing is also is these guys, I take my hats off to them as well because it show that they ain't scared.
Right.
They're not scared to come out and compete. Now, money has a lot to do with it. But I'm sure, especially the kid from SC, I'm sure he could have got that money somewhere else as well. Because he was regarded as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure he could have got that money as well. So the fact that, this man convinced all them to take this job and come compete and win a national championship and so on and so forth. Because, I mean, look at it, you may be too deep at the quarterback position.
Right.
So, hey, we're in a great position, man.
That's for
we're
sure.
in a great position. If they lock up Seaton today, whew. I mean, I'm good with not signing nobody else after that.
I don't know who's out. I don't know who's left.
Yeah. and you don't really have a spot. Like there's nothing I'm looking at being like, oh, we need to get that.
Right.
So.
I mean, you got the receivers, you got the backs. I think Durham coming back was very nice. It was a big pickup
to go along with Barry and some of those other
Yeah.
pieces. Yeah. And then of course, I mean, then you got the biggest weapon of them all in the offense and Big 14.
I thought you were gonna say Lane Kiffin because.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You almost forget.
Yeah, but I mean, what is he gonna do with
Trey Dez?
It's gonna be fun.
10+ touchdowns,
bro. Yeah, I think so. I mean,
how many have this year? 7.
7.
And,
yeah.
And they were ass.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. The 5 of them was him just being him.
Yeah.
None of them. That's right. I mean,
he wasn't schemed open.
No, hell no. Hell no. I'm so excited to see what he does with that guy. Because, the thing about it is this, like, you've brought in all these receivers and good guys, explosive guys, but there's no Trey Dez on nobody else's team. Mm-hmm. And so now if he's the focal point, right, just to say, and I don't know if this is true, but let's say he's the focal point and you brought in all these other guys and everybody's trying to stop a Trey Dez Green, well, these guys are going to get off.
Yeah.
I mean, they are going to be explosive if they stay healthy, and that offense is going to soar. So I'm just, bro, I'm excited about what it's going to look like.
How far we've come from having Brian Polian running your recruiting, and look where the man lands on his feet, though. Congratulations to John Carroll, your next head coach, Brian Polian, class of 97.
Where is he at?
John Carroll.
John Carroll.
Where is that?
Exactly.
Couldn't tell
he
you.
was running the recruiting for Louisiana State University.
What college is that?
Let's see. Let me look up.
John Carroll University.
John Carroll.
I've heard of them, but I don't know where they are.
I've heard of Pete Carroll.
I don't know
I've
who
heard
John
of Carroll is.
I've heard of John
I've heard
Kerry.
of him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
John Carroll University is a private Jesuit university in University Heights, Ohio. United
stay
States,
up
a
there.
suburb of Cleveland.
Well, that's why I heard of him, because I was up in Mansfield, Ohio for a while.
It was founded in 1886 as St. Ignatius College and renamed in 1923 for John Carroll, the first Catholic bishop in the United States.
I'm sure that place has a
And
sordid
he's the
history.
head coach?
And the
head
vice
coach.
president of the university.
Oh, wow.
A lot on his plate. He couldn't
John
recruit
Carroll.
Louisiana, but
He's
they
the
could
vice
run.
president of the university
university.
and the head football coach?
It's like a high school.
Well, vice president of athletics.
Okay.
And the head
Still.
football coach.
That's still crazy.
Got to go out and make a hire. Why not me?
Yeah.
I know who I'm going to pick.
That is true. Vice president over football and
I mean, that's
in today's day and age.
That's general manager general manager head coach Bill Belichick.
Yeah, that would be. I think it's a little different.
Oh, a lot of it.
I just can't find a coach in this.
Brian, we need a football coach for next year. Listen, I've got a guy. I know
And
somebody.
he's in the room right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
This guy.
Who's better than me?
Nobody.
Who's got two thumbs is about to be our new head football coach.
Yeah.
This guy.
Nobody wants to come work for me. I'll work for me.
I'll work for me. Cut 2 checks.
I can do that too.
Yeah, cut 2 checks. I write the checks to myself.
Yes.
Look, are you freaking kidding me? You the vice president of football and the head football. How does that work?
It's not gonna.
That's crazy.
That's right.
Take the under.
It's fun to watch.
Good Lord.
Well, Ro, we appreciate you making your way in this morning. It's always fun. That's for sure. We'll take a quick break here, come back, and we'll have you in studio very soon. There's Lane and Prince Will.
They're drawing up the contract for LSU.
Yeah, just wait till that.
He's showing
wait till
them on
that
the phone.
purple
This
and
is what I
gold.
need.
Uh-huh.
This is what I need right here, Coach. When you lead, this is what I need, buddy.
I know
Deal.
you're out after this Egg Bowl, but we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, we'll talk in a little bit.
That's awesome.
The roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or a storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we close out this morning show. Fun show this morning. We also cut up some, shout out to Poggi.
Yeah,
cut up some
Poj.
clips of Lane Kiffin speaking yesterday. We'll get to those tomorrow. We can listen and react, even though we've all heard it. But
I'd say that was a good news day.
it was. It's an exciting show. Shout out to JD for joining us. And, of course, always, Rohan Davey getting
Electric.
in here. He is absolutely electric. And we got some breaking news mid-interview. Obviously, we talked about it a good bit then, but Prince Wu Monmielen, he's the number 3 overall player in the portal. So LSU's now got number 1 and number 3 with another top 5 portal player on potentially, and Jordan Seaton as we await that news. But a huge get, and like I said to Ro before we get to going 13 for 13 this morning, when you looked at this roster, you wanted to see maybe a little bit something on the offensive line, but I think with what they've added and Kiffin, you will be okay without Seaton. If you get Seaton, it's huge. It makes it completely different. Everything kind of falls in line. But defensively, you just didn't have that proven pass rusher. You didn't have that proven edge guy. And now you've got him 9 sacks last year at Ole Miss. And now plugging him in along with everything else on this defense. It's exciting.
From Koki Riley.
Koki
dropping bombs. He does have baseball to get to. But LSU added Prince Monmielen out of the portal. How big of an upgrade is this? Monmielen had more than twice as many sacks and 17 more pressures than any Tiger this year. So you got better.
And you had a pretty good defense this year.
You did. But this is good.
It's huge, man. It really is. And it was crazy to think that they haven't had a guy with 9+ sacks since Key set the record in 16.
That is crazy.
With 12. I mean, Swinson, like we said, was 8.5. And he was balling for a minute there in 24. Before teams started, before Perk went out and teams started to hone in on Swinson. Oh, man, it's exciting. It really is exciting. So we'll have plenty to talk about as football continues to approach, and we still have men's and women's basketball. We've got baseball. We didn't even talk about the men's game last night. It was rough. But you could see the rust in DJ Thomas. And it's good to get the rust off in a game that you probably don't win regardless against Florida, who is just
cover.
They're on a roll. It just would have been nice if they covered. It would have been very nice. But hopefully he was able to get some of that rust off. He looked healthy. Like he was bouncing around. He was moving well. Just, obviously still a little rusty. Hadn't played in a minute.
Or practiced.
Or practiced really much at all either. So they've got another one against Arkansas this weekend on the road. It'll be another tough competition. But hopefully Thomas has some of that rust off, can practice, and they can all kind of get back comfortable in their roles. And see, but it was a rough loss last night for sure.
If McMahon's feeling the heat, just do what Alabama just did, right?
What'd they do?
They
went back and signed an NBA player.
They did.
I know.
Oh yeah. So,
And this is a guy. And now look, I get because the NCAA can't say no because they let Baylor do it with Najee, right? Who's played in more NBA games than this guy, and got drafted. But this guy signed multiple league contracts. Has been. Whatever. No need to get into it. But this is an absolute mess. I could do a whole show because it's not right. Like it's wrong. It's and just from the play. Like I don't want to be the old guy, but like from a player standpoint, like this isn't working out in the league.
Is he enrolled in class?
I'm gonna go back to college.
Got enrolled today,
and I'm gonna go play again. Right.
Tiger Tuba-Kent started all of this.
He did. But no, shout out Tiger Tuba-Kent. But it just sucks because, like, even talking about it from, like, the football standpoint as well, with a lot of these older guys, the high school offers continue to dwindle down as years go on. You saw a recruitment class for high school players of 15 players for LSU, and they got 40 out of the portal. Now, that this year was different. But it's just
different.
As a high school basketball coach, like, why would a D1 team offer one of my guys when they can go get a guy out of the NBA? Like, it's just
23 years old.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. It really is. Like, it just...
And it trickles down all the way because, like you said, one of your guys. Well, maybe one of your guys isn't going to go to Alabama.
Right.
But one of the guys that just got his spot taken at Alabama is going to go down a level.
Yep.
And then one of the guys at that level just got his spot. He's going to go down a level. And it trickles down. Like, it's just... you thought college football was broken. My God.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... It's
insane.
It is absolutely insane. Like, it just... It sucks. Because, like, and even in football, it happens because there are high school players that maybe deserve bigger offers than they're getting, but those schools have different ideas of what they want. I want 23-year-olds than a 17-year-old, right?
Yeah, Hunter Hall. Oh, well, what? Now it's not right?
But,
I mean,
I guess Ben Simmons isn't doing anything right now.
Would you
take Ben Simmons
back? He played in college, though. He burned his eligibility.
Played 1 year.
Yeah, he only played 1 year.
I think
this guy played in college.
Oh, did he?
He played 2 years at Alabama and got
Betty
drafted.
Yako played a lot. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, he's coming back. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It must be.
You can bring back whoever you want. He's not a high school jumped in. He played at Alabama.
That's crazy.
Got drafted. He's coming back to Alabama.
Alumni week.
Najee did the same thing at
Baylor.
James Najee.
It's as if Will Campbell came back to LSU.
Right, like I still have
in the middle of the year.
Yeah, like literally.
Tyron didn't use up all his eligibility.
That's true.
Yeah.
You want a veteran safety presence?
Right, and the NCAA was like, actually, no players that have signed NBA contracts are going to be in college. And then a year later, they get the TRO, and now look at the temporary restraining order, whatever. It's the strongest thing in sports now, the TRO. And now he's playing, really, Ben Simmons.
Wouldn't want him back. Antonio Blakeney
would you? Well, point shaving. You wouldn't take Ben Simmons back?
I just don't know.
Liar.
Well, I would take him back.
I actually wouldn't take Ben Simmons back.
Actually?
I would rather die than watch that man wear LSU purple and gold colors.
Tremont Waters.
Yeah, we could take
Oh my gosh, don't get me fired up right now.
That would be awesome.
Well, maybe. I mean, this is something that if that's a move that I'm surprised he hasn't yet.
I see the cogs turning in Noah's head. He's like, where is Tremont Waters right now? Like,
oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm thinking of all that. I mean, Skylar Mays.
Where's Eric Gaines at right now?
Yeah.
Shout out Eric Gaines. I mean, I don't think Emmett Williams.
Nas Reed.
Emmett Williams is in the G League, I think. He's
not
on the NBA team. I mean,
probably.
But I mean, this guy for Alabama was in the G League. He was playing G League games.
He signed a 1 year $1 million deal, 1.1.
Did he ever play in the NBA, or was it just G League?
Oh, he played in the league.
That's insane. Yeah. Like that is just insane.
It's awesome.
What's his name?
Charles Bediako.
I mean, it is.
Charles Bediako's stats.
The NCAA is probably going. You don't want us involved.
Yeah, y'all wanted to get rid of us. Look at it now.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Charles Bediako.
I would take Tremont Waters, Nas Reed.
Yeah, 100%.
Tim Quarterman. It's out there somewhere.
Jarrell Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we played at Madison Prep this past Sunday against Dunham, and you look up and you can see that they've got the banners of their former players. And I saw Jarrell Martin and Brandon Sampson next to each other, and I was like, oh, those are good times.
That's cool. Yeah,
those are good times.
That's good.
But God, Charles Bediako.
Where's what was his name? Cavell Bigsby Williams.
Oh, Cavell Bigby Williams. Yeah,
Where's he at?
Legend. Jalen Patterson. I mean, Andre Stringer. I loved Andre Stringer.
Yeah, Andre Stringer was good.
I mean, there's plenty. I mean,
You have some to pick from.
you got Keith Hornsby,
Shaquille O'Neal
on the staff.
Yeah, I mean, Shaq hasn't used up all his eligibility.
Imagine.
Well, he played 3 years, right?
That's right.
How many points do you think he would score? Like, you think he'd be
Right
good?
now?
Like right now, dropped him in LSU
Just
versus
on
Florida
last night. He just,
50.
You think he does well?
50. I mean, he's going to struggle to get up and down.
Well, he doesn't have to.
It's a fast sport, but
It's Snowbird.
I think he could score 50 if he wanted, but he would have to
stay on offense.
Yeah, he would have to. He would not
4
run
on
back
5 on defense.
Yeah, it'd be 4 on 5 on defense.
But yeah, I mean, nobody's.
You
gonna
might
stop
still
him.
win though.
Nobody's gonna stop him. He's boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like they're. Oh gosh.
Why don't you go out to the perimeter?
Yeah.
He's gonna start hitting a few. He's gonna start feeling it.
Yeah.
He's gonna start yamming on people. He's gonna get excited.
He's gonna start shoving the
Yeah,
guy down,
exactly. It'll be a slow build up, but once he gets
But
into
if he's
it,
on defense, they're gonna be like, "Hey, you come set a ball screen."
Yeah, no.
Over here, and then Shaq's
Yeah.
just gonna sit back and the deepest drop coverage ever.
yeah.
I'm not running out there with that. So,
We'll see.
Shout out Shaq.
Shout out Shaq.
shout out Shaq. Shout out whoever LSU brings back from the NBA.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I'm trying to think of. I mean, there's plenty of options. I mean, Nas Reed's doing pretty well for himself. But I mean, why not?
Well, just for the tournament.
Put together an NIL.
Go back.
Yeah. You'll be back in time for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, you'll be right back in time. You can
Go work on some stuff.
and then you go back. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll match your NBA contract. Cam Thomas, where you at?
Whoa, that's a
Cam
elite
Thomas.
scorer.
Come home.
Cam Thomas. I mean, it was.
What about Javante? He's probably in the G League.
He's in the G League. Him and Reese Beekman both play for the same G League team, which is funny because they played together
Scotlandville.
in high school. Yep.
Yeah.
They did. At the Ville.
You know a lot about that, don't you?
I do know Scotlandville very well. I do.
Every inch of them.
Yo. They used to beat
not
our
like
ass in high school and basketball. Well, I went to Holy Cross, but I was like a Brother Martin fan.
Oh, yeah.
So they used to beat us in
Oh, yeah.
basketball
I mean,
every
because they would
single
face
year.
Brother Martin in the playoffs all the time.
Yeah, because a lot of because I went to Brother Martin originally, and then I had to leave.
Drugs?
No, my parents made me leave so I could play baseball.
Some would say the best drug there is.
Exactly. Can't wait. But yeah, a lot of my friends were Brother Martin and played on the basketball team.
Yeah.
And they were always like, "This dude Reese Beekman is just cooking us, dude."
Yeah.
And then they had Javante, and they had what's old boy Kelvin Joseph too.
Oh, yeah. Boss Man Fat.
Was cooking.
Boss
No,
Man
I mean,
Fat.
look, I remember as a sophomore watching, I'm watching us, the varsity team play Javante his senior year, and I think we lost 101-41, and he scored 42. So he won the game by himself.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was watching Javante in high school and I'll always contend the two high school athletes that will forever in my just that I sat and watched. Derek Stingley in football, Javante Smart in basketball were, and I know they're LSU guys, but they were absolutely
Different.
man. It was like, what is it? What am I watching?
NFL and
NFL and NBA players playing
high school
schoolers.
kids.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Elite.
Yeah, good one, Gage.
Yeah. I didn't know that's what they called you.
That's not what they called me. That's okay.
Yeah, Michael Jordan still has a year left.
Yep.
He would cook.
I mean, LeBron's got 4 years of eligibility.
Bryce has 3.
Yeah, Bronny's got 3 years as well.
Bronny's-
And Bron's got 4.
Yeah, Bryce
That's
is 3 and
insane.
Bronny has I mean,
he
I would
starts-
do that. Just be the. I mean, look. What's more exciting? What LSU is doing now, or you have LeBron James, Bryce Maximus,
I
and
think-
Bronny James all in the
I
same
love how
team
you
at
said
LSU?
Bryce Maximus.
That's his name.
I know, it's just funny. That's what you know.
Fucking nails.
Oh, that's a great name.
Yeah, it's never gonna be bad.
Rome.
Yeah.
You're right.
Congratulations to Jared Mitchell and the
And
Mitchell family, and then Mikey Montauk and the Montauk family.
Roman Jam. Get that off the
I
ground.
mean, we're just gonna go ahead and get the. We've already got the offers, like on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Scholarship offers are ready.
I was texting with somebody very close to the LSU baseball program last night, and I laid out the plan, the eligibility, and when they're.
Yep.
Just go ahead and set that aside. Jay will still be here in 2038.
Of course.
So, we'll be fine.
Congratulations. 2 claps for the Mitchell and the Matuk families. Ready. Congratulations.
Whoa, that's how they made it.
I honestly was thinking the same thing. I was like, what was that motion?
He couldn't get up for the recruiting.
I was trying to start scooting in. And
somebody's excited to do the connections today.
Yes.
Yeah, 13 for 13.
Patrick Peterson has a year.
Yeah.
He'd be
I mean,
good.
we can. I mean, you can.
Football is a different whale.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Jamar's got 2 years of eligibility because he
Technically.
opted out.
So who's
Joe
Vols,
don't know.
Zags, and Cats? That's all.
Oh, I know about Chris Jackson. What are we talking about? Of course, I know Chris Jackson. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
He was balling in the Big Three.
Oh yeah, I mean he could come back and play.
He's
right
a bucket.
Now. Yeah, forever.
So it's Who's, Vols,
Yep.
Zags, and Cats.
Who's?
Who's is the Virginia, the Cavaliers.
Dub, W, win, and
Triumph?
Triumph, yeah.
Triumph is a stretch.
Triumph. Yeah, I was gonna say Triumph feels off there.
White Sox, Wizards, Wild, Warriors.
Oh, these are edge rushers.
W, and then you've got edge rushers.
I like that one. That's a good one.
I just saw Ware and my brain broke. Spencer Ware, how can I make this work?
I think DeMarcus Ware.
I think Kevin Ware.
I
Shout out to Louisville.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
do think
to
Kevin
that leg.
Ware. Yeah.
That was I remember.
That was like as much. I don't. Is it? Can I say that it was an iconic moment?
It
Is
was.
Yeah, no, I
or
mean
like
they won.
infamous moment, I
They
guess?
won the championship after
Yeah.
they won a run. Russ Smith, Peyton Siva,
Yeah, that was such a good team.
short sleeve jerseys.
I was mad because they beat Michigan though.
Yeah.
I loved
Of
Trey
course.
Burke. Trey Burke was my dude. I loved like short point guards.
Yeah, Tremont Waters.
Kemba Walker
Yeah.
is my favorite. Like
Yeah.
LSU or not, my favorite college
Kemba
basketball
Walker.
player of all
I
time.
mean, it was pretty awesome.
I got food poisoning on a Disney trip the week of the Big East tournament.
Best food poisoning of your life.
Oh my god! All I did was sit in the room all day and just watch
watch.
Kemba Walker. He hit that cardiac
Cardiac
Kemba.
Kemba,
Yeah.
dude, one of the
So
greatest calls
good.
of all time.
So good.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
beat
it's a-
Pitt
Crossover step
Kevin
back.
Pittsnoggle.
in between going and shitting
Dude.
fucking liquid from Morocco in Disney World.
Did you save it?
Did I save what? Like what is that question? what was that?
Dude.
What did
His
I
brain
say?
operates different than anyone
Yeah, I
else's
don't
on the
understand. I
planet.
no comprende.
In case for the next Big East tournament to take a sip. It's like, oh, it happened again.
You're vile, dude. You got problems. Whatever the chain.
Ah, that's
restaurant.
it's Malcolm in the Middle. That's Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, and then I need to see the remainder of this man's head.
Not her. No. It's not. Go
Not
away.
her.
She would never know anyway.
Could you imagine if she was on, like, she was actually
And
the
an
picture?
answer. Oh, I don't know what she looks like.
I know what she looks like.
I don't know.
Noah doesn't even know who
I don't
it
know.
was.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know whose hair that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
It's giving me. I want to say Clooney, but I don't think it is Clooney.
No, I
No.
don't think so. I just saw him on Friends the other night. I
Is
don't
it
think
Bryan
it's him.
Cranston?
I was kind of
did they
thinking
go-
Cranston. The jacket
Yeah.
is
And it's
sweet.
like
Is
the-
giving
like
me
the-
Cranston.
Yeah, I can see
But I
it.
guess I feel like that's more hair than he has, but maybe not.
That's what I was. Yeah. But like I could.
But everything. Yeah, I think it's Bryan Cranston. Everything fits
Sean Payton.
Bryan Cranston. That's got to be. It is. It is. I'm convinced. Because it's just the way he's standing.
Yeah, he's got that classic Bryan
Yeah,
Cranston lean.
That classic Bryan Cranston stand.
Yeah, he
he
flexes
just-
to the
and
crowd.
he flexes to the crowd.
Alan Cranston, don't know who that is.
Never met that guy.
Brian?
Whatever the chain restaurant's answer is, that's where I'm going to get breakfast this morning.
Oh, what if it's
No, whatever it is, I have to go.
What if it's Mr.
I'm
Beast?
good with that. Wherever the chain restaurant is, we'll go after this.
Yeah.
So we're going straight to it then.
The Flying Dutchman protein stuff.
Well, we don't have this.
Yeah, we don't have.
Oh, we have to go.
This is
Where's the club? We're going to Houston.
In-N-Out. I guess we're going to Texas.
Yeah, we're screwed.
You're gonna have to use the old hyphen with this.
Who calls it a hyphen? Just say dash.
Dash man.
No.
In
don't
January
even,
of 28. Oh my gosh.
Don't even answer. I don't even want to go 13 for 13 anymore.
It's gonna piss me off.
I just got a spread through it.
Mascot Hall of Fame. The Coyotes, the mascot of this Western Conference team. This will be the Spurs. He's
The
a Coyote.
Spurs?
Spurs.
Oh,
is
yeah.
He's
Really?
a Coyote.
It's like Crash Bandicoot.
Why was I thinking the Nuggets?
No, he's like a.
He's a jacked man.
He's like a jackal.
He's like a
lightning bolt.
jaguar or something.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, whatever.
In 2015, this Cleveland pitcher had an 18 strikeout game, most by American League pitcher since 2000.
This
that
is Corey
2015.
Kluber.
Corey Kluber.
Klub dog.
As it were. This is before he sliced his hand with a drone. Was that him or
No, that was
Trevor Bauer?
Yeah, Trevor Bauer. Old boy.
Hurt himself in other ways. Oh, Bucharest
is the capital of
Very
this
nice.
European country.
This is Romania.
Why?
I'm all about some geography. I love
There you go.
geography.
After Slumdog Millionaire, Dev Patel played Neil Sampat, electric media expert, journalist, and blog writer for this HBO political drama from 2012 to 2014.
Not my wheelhouse.
HBO political drama.
West Wing.
No, it was not HBO, and that was a long time ago.
Didn't they bring it back? Is it the Newsroom? What's the one with Jeff
Daniels?
Yeah. Harry is running, it's like the president.
Yeah.
The Newsroom?
The Newsroom.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Bang. Never watched that.
Me either. It sounds boring as hell. You know what we do a show about? The news.
The highest grossing film worldwide was this 2006 action-adventure sequel film starring Johnny Depp.
Rated out the Rambo. Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, is it
Yeah, but is it going to say, like,
which one it is?
Yeah, I would assume.
Yep.
Yeah, no shot.
Couldn't tell you which one the second one is.
No clue.
Is it the Curse of the Black Pearl?
I couldn't even tell you what the first one is.
I think that's
I
want to
say Curse of the Black Pearl was
the
well,
first. Is
no,
one.
actually.
And then it's Dead Man's Chest?
No, Black Pearl was definitely not first because that was the one with Javier Bardem, I think, and I think that was the third one. I don't know. I don't.
What's the first one then?
I don't know. I want to say it's Dead Man's Chest or Dead Men Tell No Tales is the first one. I'm saying.
I think it's Dead Man's Chest. Remember, they're looking for the coin to live forever.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
I
one.
think that's the first
And
one.
The Curse of the Black Pearl. It's two.
I didn't really
we're
like
wrong.
Pirates growing up.
Oh, I should have checked the chat. I'm sorry, but we.
It's the Dead Man's Chest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dead Man's Chest.
I just got them confused.
Music.
You
What
lose
rock
control.
band released a 1971 song with the lyrics like
Out here in the fields, I fight for my. Oh, let's let Wyatt do it.
I don't know this song.
Yeah.
Teenage Wasteland. It was played during the Super Bowl for the New Orleans Saints. This is when he decided to kick it onside kick it.
Really?
The Who?
I didn't know.
The Who?
I don't even know who the Who are.
Sorry, Gage. I'm sorry. Yeah, you just put Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Gage. I mean,
I knew that.
Shut up, dude.
That was the easiest part of that.
We got that part right.
Yeah.
Teenage Wasteland. Yes, double dip. Which one is it?
The Dead Man's Chest.
A lot of jokes to be made.
All right, so we went 13 for 14.
We're dead. And it's just because we jumped the gun.
I wouldn't say we jumped the gun.
But we walked through it pretty good.
Only one man has control of the mouse.
As we found out this morning.
Yeah. He wasn't prepared for that.
Well, he shouldn't have said he could do something that he can't do.
I think he was expecting you to like be joking about it and like sit in the chair
Well,
for like
he
a
could
second,
do-
and then you came and
Yeah,
sat over
yeah.
here and you could see the cogs start to turn.
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
like, "Okay, wait, I actually have to do this whole thing."
I mean, he knows like literally the bare minimum of it. Like he can get a stream up on YouTube and that's it.
That's it.
But
he
all the other factors involved in it,
like
he
the soundboard,
is not prepared for.
no. Just had to let him know.
Yep. Not at all.
Because apologize.
Apologize for that. Well, once he knew that I wasn't going to let him throw it back at you.
I wanted him
because of
to.
the computer.
I know.
He was like,
Apologize.
at least apologize.
No. I'm gonna actually double down. You can come sit over here.
That's the worst thing you could say.
Because
to
he's
Lloyd.
like ready to throw, and I'm looking at him like, because I know you wanted him to, but if you're protected by this, I was like, I know it's annoying, Christian, because he threw it at you knowing he's got the laptop and the computer around him.
Well, he insulted my workspace.
The only
your workspace is a little messy.
Where?
Where?
Yeah. This is a receipt that we need.
It's not.
These all come home with me.
There you go. What about the popcorn bag by your footsies?
That is a trash bag, so I don't have to get up during the show and walk in front of the camera like Pogie. I have a system.
Yeah?
They do this a long time.
Oh, we do need a bet of the day. We do need
Bundesliga action tonight.
Let's open up the app for the first time.
There's Champions League soccer.
Yeah, there is some soccer tonight.
Arsenal won yesterday. 3-1, top of the table.
Let's see if there's anything.
This rainstorm is interesting.
Basketball going on tonight.
Have you heard about this storm?
Texas and Kentucky.
It's supposed to snow on.
It's
Sunday.
supposed to be
Or
ice.
like an ice
Monday and
storm or
Tuesday. We
whatever.
need to be aware. There might be some ice on the road.
We might be doing Zoom calls.
Might be doing a Zoom show. That's all right. We can do a Zoom show.
I mean, there was a time in my life I slept in the studio.
There is. You did do that.
Documented the whole thing.
What is going to be the bet today? Let's see. Oh, there's 62 bets live right now. Boston University women versus Lafayette women are live now. You can bet on it live. Or the Finnish Korisliga.
Who's the weatherman that's very famous?
Ron Burgundy?
And he's no weatherman. He could have been.
Man. I don't know. What are we going to bet on today?
I'm not.
Oh, do the Pelicans play tonight?
Oh.
Yeah, Pelicans versus Pistons in New Orleans. Pelicans. The Pistons are favored by 11. Pistons are very good.
At Chef.
So we go Pels plus 11.
It was.
Let's see if anyone would go Pels plus 11. It'll be Christian. We're gonna ask Christian.
I'll never bet money on the Pels.
No.
I mean,
not anymore.
You can't answer on speaker because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. This day in history, Ozzy Osbourne. He bit the head off the bat.
Oh.
He didn't answer. Oh, he's in class.
Iconic.
Okay, let's see. Pels plus 11 versus Pistons. Yes or no?
You asking ChatGPT?
No, I'm asking Christian GPT.
Oh.
Chrissy GPT.
That's right.
I'll let you read it aloud, Wyatt. Christian's response.
Fuck no.
There we go.
Pistons minus 11.
There you go. And Chrissy's got his bet locked in. Pistons cover 11 points versus the Pels. He watches the Pelicans much closer than anyone else here. I watch him, but... And he's also taking Cade Cunningham over on points. He can't even get... He's 20.
Well, that's not stopped him before.
That's true.
Yeah. What is Cade's... let's see. Player points. Cade Cunningham.
Would you do this?
Would I bite a bat's head off?
No. Is like a number?
I definitely would not.
Cade Cunningham over under 25.5.
Is this worse?
Well,
or
what do I get?
Yeah, what's the reward?
Like, do I just have to bite? Like, I'm not just going to do it just to do it.
You get Ozzy's life.
I just get... Yeah, if I get, like, Ozzy's life, then we're talking. Because that's, like, rich and, like... I don't really care. I don't really care about the famous, but, like, just rich.
Yeah, just the money.
Great cat. Bad kids.
Yeah. Great cat?
Mm-hmm. He always loses them in the yard.
Oh,
Always did.
Okay, never mind.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what this... Because I'm going to bet on SEC men's basketball is what I'm going to gamble on.
I'll look at something as well. Would you need to get a pick in? It's not going to be the Pels. That hurt last night. It is fun taking points, though, because I just kept adding 16 to the score. I was like, oh, this is great. We're up 16-0.
Yep.
That didn't last very long. And then they got to that weird part of the math where it's just... I don't know how much there you have to add 20 and subtract 4.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, this is not good because it's not the number I need it to be.
It's not.
And it never was. Well, it was until it wasn't.
Give me Mississippi State plus 8.5 versus A&M. Unless Hubbard... Why is it plus 8.5? Something's got to be up. Is Hubbard not playing? Or is Mississippi State that
Oh, we
bad?
got some golf. All right, y'all pick a basketball team. I don't know anything about it.
Do we all give a bet, or is it just
No,
one
we all have to be in
collective?
agreement for one.
Oh, yeah.
I did have a bet hit last night. It wasn't our bet of the day.
It's okay, a little look
but
back.
I took Arkansas over. I don't remember who they played. Vanderbilt, I think.
I hit a plus 1,700 for the national championship the other night.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do?
I did Indiana minus 5.5, I think.
Oh.
And then it literally like perfectly hit. I bought that down, and then I did I did over 39.5. I did Indiana 110 rushing yards. I did Miami under like 27, I think. And then I did Indiana first drive punt, Miami first drive punt.
Nice. You were squeezing it out like this.
Yeah. Oh, I love
my
these
God.
videos.
Me too.
Oh,
Get
that's
in there.
crazy.
Going with-
Holding this up.
Going with Knuckles is aggressive.
No, that's wild. Oh,
Wow.
that's awesome.
I bet that.
You know what I was watching last night that I've gotten into recently? Because I had mine removed a while back. I like watching like tonsil stone removals.
Oh.
I love it. It's like
That means you have
so-
super bad breath.
Yeah, no. If you have tonsil stones,
Yeah.
I used to have like constant strep throat. I never had tonsil stones, but my tonsils were always like swollen, and like I used to snore really bad, and I was getting like
That's
complaints.
from the self-suck.
Probably, it might have been from the self-suck. Yeah, that's true. But
You're
I had to get
irritating
it taken
yourself.
out, yeah.
Make more room.
tonsils.
I'm going Kentucky minus six. Kentucky covers 6.5 versus Texas.
They've been playing with fire.
They have been, and they're at home.
Big wins. Did they beat Tennessee?
I believe so. I believe they're. I think they're.
They were down like 18 and came back.
They're streaking right now.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna go Kentucky cover 6.5. At home, playing strong basketballs. They've been rejuvenated by the win over LSU. But yeah, they beat Tennessee 80-78. They're winning them close though. But I do think because Texas is not playing their strongest basketball right now.
LSU.
Did we just bet on Sam Levitt to win the Heisman?
I did that.
Texas did
I
beat
did already
Vanderbilt
as
pretty
well.
handedly.
Did you see that Dylan Raiola has the same Heisman odds as DeMond Williams, and Dylan Raiola's a backup?
4.
Oregon.
I would put. I mean, I know he's not going to win it, but it'd be fun.
Where's the line on this game? Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, Kentucky minus 6.5 is minus 115 on the FanDuel.
All right.
You bet $10. If it hits, you leave with $18.70.
There you go.
Kentucky minus 6.5. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I took what was it? Arkansas over. Arkansas over Vanderbilt. I took Arkansas money line minus 120, and it cashed.
At Rebel Sports Talk, shout out to Walker Jones, Austin Thomas, Pete Golding, and the entire coaching staff for the retention effort. Pretty much, quite literally, couldn't have went any better, couldn't have gone any better, especially given the vengeful hatefulness of your ex. Just a masterclass of leadership at the top. Incredible job. Just win.
I mean, it's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, just shut up.
I wouldn't even have said anything.
Just shut up. I wonder what the 1-3 Ole Miss page looks like.
It's so sad.
You've kept up with it?
I don't keep up with it per se.
They force
but,
you
like,
to.
If something happens that like is between LSU and Ole Miss, like when
course.
Princewell went into the portal, like I went and looked, and like it's just so funny the fact that they like with Daugherty and Princewell and Devin Harper and Winston Watkins just act like they're just not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like Daugherty might not be the best player in the world. I honestly liken it. It's kind of similar to like Devon Keys. Like he's not a perfect player, but anyone who's top 5 in the SEC in tackles, it is serviceable, and it is going to be a good addition. Like you're not going to sit here and tell me the dude's garbage. Like
you're coping, as they say.
Yeah, and I feel bad because I've been there to the point where like you're coping with something that you kind of know you lost, and they know they lost, and they're just trying to make themselves feel better, and it's just
embarrassing.
It's just sad, yeah.
Because I know how I would feel if I lost.
And they're making it like, oh, we have to pay this buyout for Umon Mielen, and they're making it sound like that's a win for them. Like, dude, we just stole
You can't pay
your
to play.
best defensive player, and we have the money to overpay to pay you to do it.
Yep.
Like, that's not a win for you.
It's not.
You replace them with 2 guys who have 2 combined sacks. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like you can enjoy your roster, but you can try to flip it as much as you want. But not only has LSU, Big Brother now taking your head coach and your offensive staff, defensively taking your sack leader and your tackles leader.
yeah.
I mean, like, and I will credit Ole Miss. They have done a good job at retaining talent, like keeping Lacey and Deuce and some of the offensive linemen they've held on to. And at one point, defensively, they had kept everything together. But you can acknowledge those are not small losses. I wouldn't have freaked out if Devon Keys hit the transfer portal for LSU, but it would have been a large
I'm not going to
loss.
sit here and say it's not a good addition for another team.
I'd have been like, oh, that's a smart move, whoever it was.
The thing is, like, Kawan Lacey, they did a good job retaining.
Yes.
Deuce Alexander and Carniero. Those were the 3 that I think they did a good job in retaining. Trinidad Chambliss, if not for the waiver, he's LSU's starting quarterback right now. I think, like, Ole Miss fans don't want to admit that. That's the absolute truth. You lost your leading the SEC's leading tackler,
right?
Your leading sack leader, and a good freshman wide receiver who was on pace to have a really good season, and then they stopped playing him because they knew he was coming to LSU.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I get sucked into these arguments on Twitter with Ole Miss fans, and it's just like, I need to stop because they know they lost.
Yeah.
They're just trying to, like, make themselves feel better and push these narratives that make absolutely zero sense.
It would make them feel worse if we didn't respond to them. Like, if we were just like, nothing. If they just, these empty tweets where they were just tweeting at LSU fans and it was just ignored.
Right. That's what they should have done.
They're to the point where I genuinely believe this. They would rather LSU fail than Ole Miss succeed.
Yes.
Because if Ole Miss fails, they can just continue to do what they've done and blame Lane Kiffin. It's all his fault. But if LSU succeeds and Lane Kiffin is right, that's the worst possible thing that could happen.
I agree.
For them.
I did feel bad yesterday. Me and you did gang up on a fellow LSU fan.
Oh, awful take.
He said something. He said something about Wyatt quote tweeted the Lane Kiffin clip talking about Weeks with 18.
Yeah.
And a fellow LSU fan said 18 is an offensive leader. He was like, 18 goes to the offensive leader. And I was like, that's just not true. That's just not an accurate
defensive player who
So he said,
wore
name
18.
one defensive player. So Wyatt starts hitting him with pictures. And I just listed out like all of the defensive players I could think of off the top of my head.
It was a lot.
And
Damone Clark, BJ Ojolari, Makai Wingo, Christian Lakator,
Brandon Taylor,
Lamine Barrow,
like
Tre'Davious
just
White.
all, all the 18s I could think of defensively.
And then he hit with the, I was wrong.
He's like, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Man, stop kicking an old man when he's down.
I mean, I did feel bad.
I hate that. I hate when they admit that I'm right. Like, fuck that. Like,
then I was like, we are on the same side. Like, we're rooting for the same team. But I understood his point because he was like 18. He was like, to him it's an offensive leader and 7's your defensive playmaker. I was like, well, yeah, because when we think 18, it's Matt Monk, it's Jacob Hester. That's where especially probably his brain goes.
Yeah.
And then 7, you think of Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Matthew. So of course, but really what it is 18 just goes to your leader or leaders. Sometimes there are 2, offense and defense. Mm-hmm. And 7 goes to your playmaker, whether it's Tyrann Matthew or it's DJ Chark. There's not a side of the ball it goes to. But a lot of people are out on
it happens.
7 more than anything.
It happens every year.
And then they announce it, and everyone's like, "Oh my God,
awesome.
The trade has got 7."
I mean, when Perk put on the 7, I was like, "That looks right.
Yeah.
That looks real good."
That was pretty cool.
But it's gotta be it's Trey Does.
It's got to be Trey Does. Yeah, I mean,
well, because then the next year is when it gets tricky. Because does it go to the running back or does it go to the cornerback?
Does it go to Pickett or Harlan?
2 7s.
Yeah. That one's
because
gonna be
18 I feel
interesting.
like is an easy. It's a layup this year.
Well, in 18, I don't think you can really get 18 wrong
Per
because
se.
it's like it's going to be a leader. Like even if he
Right.
goes out and doesn't necessarily have the best,
It's not going to your
statistical
best
season.
player. Right?
Exactly. So it's that's more of an off the field thing. So I don't really think you can get that one wrong.
Well,
But
they got it wrong
7,
this year.
You and not like why are you hating on Nuss, man? I'll take Nuss over what Perkins did this year.
You're have fun.
It
At the
was
party
a
of
rough, it
one.
was a rough 18 year, but if you were to change who they gave it to, it would be who? It would be Witt, right? That's your other option.
But he didn't play.
But he didn't play.
So we'd be in the same spot.
I mean, I guess
like,
Jacobian could have wore it.
Yeah, Jacobian would have been a good one.
Jacobian would have been a good one.
But that's tough. I mean,
really, you should have put 7 on Mansour. Mm-hmm. Even though I love it on Perk, but
Yeah.
7. I mean, Mansour was just.
I would love
When Rowe was talking about lockdown corners,
he's one.
On one side, all I could think about was Mansour Land. Like they're just throwing at Pickett and Woodland every play.
Honestly, when he said Stingley, it didn't register for a second. I was like, Stingley? Why did you say Mansour Delane? Like, I was like, Mansour.
Because really, Stingley's one good year, they threw at him a ton.
Yeah.
Because they weren't throwing at Christian Fulton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they were like, this Fulton guy's elite. Let's throw at the freshman. Then they were like, wait,
Whoa,
what the fuck is going on? This dude?
Because the year before, it was, we're going to throw at Fulton
Yeah.
because we're not going to throw at Greedy Williams.
So good.
That's when times were good.
And then now, I mean, this year,
And times
you're
are
going to
good.
throw at PJ or DJ?
They can keep throwing at PJ. He's going to keep interfering with you and
Yeah, he's gonna keep
get away
grabbing.
with it, and it's going to work. Like, it's going to be
Me and
awesome.
Lloyd picked up on the grabbiness early.
Yeah.
It was like the first time he went one-on-one at practice, we were like, he grabs on that jersey.
Hey, oh, he's holding you.
Yeah.
Well, then we just were like, well, they can't call it every time.
Yeah.
Like,
What was a bad take, P-Dub?
Oh, that Nuss was better than Perk this year?
I didn't say Nuss was better than Perk. I said Nuss as 18 was better than Perk was as 7. That's what I was trying to say.
Still wrong.
Perkins quit a lot.
One legitimately did quit.
Yeah, Nuss actually did quit.
He was injured. that oblique seemed tough, man.
So if we're gonna
He's on the other side of it.
We're gonna cast our votes right now, 10:45 on January 21st, for 7 and 18 next year. We'll go around the room. Wyatt,
I think we're all going to be in agreement.
I think
I
so
mean,
as well.
Witt has got to be 18,
right?
I mean, unless he breaks up with Lane
Mhm.
Kiffin's daughter,
With Lane,
like I think
yeah.
he's going to get 18. And then Tradez, not only is he a freak, I said this off air a couple weeks ago.
This was a good point.
It would be awesome to see him go from 14 to 7 like Tyrann Mathieu did back in the day.
That would be awesome.
And this is probably his last year as well, so he'll get it, and then you can go to Harlem or Pickett next year.
Yeah. No, I mean I think 18. What weeks is layup? I think it's obvious, and I think listening, like your quote to it yesterday, listening to Lane talk about him, was the way you talk about 18. It's like, well, the difference in leadership on and off the whole thing. You know, I feel like it's a layup for him. 18. 7 is the interesting one because I do agree with Tradez, and it would look awesome 14 to 7, just like you said. And I'm trying to think of other potential 7s you could go with.
It's hard because you don't.
And
like,
and the other 2 would be Barry or Pickett, and they
Right.
still have a year left that they could wear it. So the option is: do you want a 2-year wearer of 7?
You just had one.
Right. Like, do you want to give it to a sophomore that could wear it for 2 seasons?
No, I think
Because Perk, it wasn't expected for him to wear
Right,
it
of
twice.
course.
Or do you go with the 1 year, money year playmaker
and then hand it to Harlem.
and then go to Harlem or Pickett? Because to me,
I don't know if Pickett wants to give up 3.
Pickett does seem like
he wore 5 in high school.
he did wear 5 in high school,
and they're not giving out 5 right now.
Right.
Because to me, the Pickett thing, and the reason why I would probably go Pickett over Barry, even though, because it's funny, because if you think of running back 7, you think of Fournette, you think of number 1 running back out of New Orleans, that's
course.
Harlem Barry. You think of cornerback 7, you think of Patrick Peterson,
Peterson.
number 1 cornerback out of my.
That's a good point.
Pompano Beach.
But that's why the Pickett one to me, because it's literally, I think of the picture of him and Pat Pete, and I'm like, It's kind of like written in the stars.
Do you think there's any chance
they go 2 sevens?
double 7?
That's what I just said.
I know, Lloyd
That
said
would be kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like if they both play really, really well this year, we're looking good going into 2027. It's 2027 also. I'm bricked.
Yeah. 2 sevens would go hard.
Pickett does look good in 3.
He would look better in 7.
But 3 is not his. Like, I mean, he wore 5 in high school, so 5 was his.
5 is not on the table.
And so
2 sevens.
I don't know, he does look good in 3 though.
It's hard because there's so many. You don't want to give it to a transfer, and that's
also like
our
Harlan would
entire
look great
team.
in 25.
He does look. Yeah,
He would
He
look
definitely
good
would
in
look good in 5.
25 is he would look good in 5 too.
Trey Holly looked.
When do you think they start giving 5 back out? Ever?
Why would you stop giving it out?
They haven't given it out since.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, why would you stop just to start again?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. Like with 9,
Give it a
obviously
break.
you stopped giving it out because no one will ever wear that number again.
Well, of course. 9
like-
to me is the only one that will ever be
permanent,
not touched. Ever.
Right, and I like when they stopped giving out 5. Even I was like, I don't know. I mean, Jaden Daniels was phenomenal. It was a Heisman seat. He was unreal, but he didn't win a national championship.
I
don't
think
know
it
that
has to be both for it to be forever.
Yes, I agree, and so that's why I was like, I don't understand.
Has anyone worn 20?
No, 20
Yeah,
still.
so 20. Well, I know it's
37.
retired,
37 is still retired.
but like that doesn't always mean that it doesn't get worn.
Right. Like if Kev, whenever he gets on the wall,
Like they're still going to give out 4 this year, even though Charles Alexander's number's retired. 4 will
that's
still
true.
be worn.
Deuce Knight asked Cam Newton for Cam Newton's number, and
He
now he's
said
at
no.
fucking at Ole Miss. Great call by Cam Newton. What a call.
I'm trying to think of
no, Cam
Oh,
going
yeah.
like,
No.
Actually, you can leave.
Yeah.
What are all the retired numbers for LSU? It's 4, 20, 37, and there's one more.
9.
Well, officially
Stovall,
retired.
21. And 21 still gets worn. Michael Turner was 21.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be though. But
That's
you can.
weird.
They don't retire the number. They retire the jersey.
Right.
That's the official stance of LSU.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they should start giving out 5 again.
5 could. I agree.
Because 5 is like 5's just an awesome number too. Somebody who wears 5.
So the rule like that should be said is if you
win a national championship and a Heisman in the same year.
Ooh, that's
because what does it
hard,
have to be the
though.
same year? Because Cannon is 58 Natty, 59 Heisman.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
But he's got the Heisman and he's got a ring.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm just
so
saying that
20 not touched, 9 not touched, not worn.
Yeah. I would
Everything
agree.
else fair game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And if somebody were to do what Burrow did and captivate the hearts of everyone like that, the way that played out, also ice.
Yeah. So because I always found it interesting that they haven't been giving out 5. Like I get it because I mean the Heisman, he won the Heisman, but they haven't given it out since.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on ice for a while.
Yeah.
We'll go back to what we were talking about the basketball game. We'll just start retiring names instead of numbers.
Yeah.
If your name's Burrow and you're coming to LSU,
No,
you
you
got to change your name,
change
buddy.
that name, buddy.
Like, yeah.
Or what is it? We start
naming them.
We start giving.
Oh
names.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is what it
Like
was.
Harlem Berry would have changed to Harlem Fournette.
That's
Right.
tough. Mansoor Matthew.
Yeah.
That's so tough.
DJ Peterson.
DJ Peterson.
DJ
Yeah.
Peterson. Wow.
Patrick Pickett. We're going to give you the first name because your last name's so sick.
Yeah. PP.
P2. It would be great. We just start giving names. Start,
Yeah.
That
You
would
get
be
that
the
name.
ultimate honor.
Yeah.
I've blessed you with my name, sir.
It'd be awesome.
It is interesting.
Oh,
We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see how they handle 5.
Dylan
Because I
Perkins.
think I
Harold Moses.
think it should be retired.
You think 5 should be retired forever?
The championship part is not his fault.
I know, but
But it didn't happen. I mean, there has to be there's levels to this.
I get that there's levels to it, but I mean it's just
And it's not his fault, but I mean, you do more.
No, I mean I
That's a
disagree.
crazy statement.
Yeah, I
Play
disagree.
defense.
All right, okay.
Yeah, go play safety.
I disagree with that, but
Yeah.
like, it's still you got to have some semblance of like.
Yeah, I guess
you
there's gotta be a
can't
rule.
just be.
I do think they need to keep it
elite.
on ice for a little bit longer.
Nah, man, start giving it out again. I want to see somebody wear 5. 5's such a good.
It is
number.
so-
I
is a
know
very
that's the
good number.
dangerous game you play with 7, 5, 3.
It's a dangerous game you play with giving your good players great numbers.
Yeah, but that's what they want.
Well, that's
Very
why,
rarely
that's
do you
why
make a number.
Well, that's why you get into the 7-18 thing because it saves you from that because you'll
Right.
never retire 7 or 18.
Yeah.
So Patrick and Tyron and Leonard are all these all-time
Yeah, you're in
greats.
this fraternity.
But you're not going to retire 7. You
Right.
know?
I kind of like how soccer does it, where
The best, well, they kind of like LSU.
well, but it's like it's not just one like team. It's like all throughout all of
The
soccer.
sport.
Yeah.
If you're nice as fuck, you're either gonna wear like 7, 9, 10, or 11.
Yeah.
If you're like an attacker, like I think that's pretty cool.
It is. You can automatically know who the if you don't. You could be
Yeah,
bored.
you know who the player is.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
can not watch the game of soccer. Be like, oh, he's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you have the fake ones. Like, no, I want to be 9, and it's like you're not a 9.
Andrew
Yeah.
Messina, JD5 will get a statue, but Burrow will get a statue and his number retired.
He can have a statue.
I think
I'm
it's
fine with
the
statue.
opposite. I think Burrow will get a statue and his number retired, and Jaden will just get his number retired. Now,
Oh, you
like
don't
we've
think he gets a
said,
statue?
I don't think he gets a statue. Because who has a statue right now? LSU football statue.
Billy Cannon.
It's just Billy Cannon.
Yeah.
And there's only one player since Billy Cannon that fits the Billy Cannon mold,
Yeah, Burrow.
and it's
Of
Burrow,
course.
where you've got a ring and a Heisman.
Yeah, I don't think Jaden gets a statue.
But I do think that Jaden.
Do you watch these?
These are good. They're not as good as like the pimple popping, but I do like these too. Yeah.
But I do think Jaden's number would be retired. But like we've said, that doesn't always mean it won't get
Worn.
worn.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Like Charles Alexander's 4 is still going to get worn next
I
year.
wonder if it's gonna get worn this like next year. But 4 is a good number.
That's
21,
fine.
21 with Stovall still gets worn.
All right.
Yeah.
Which is good because then you start. Then you become the New York Yankees. You can't have. Harlem
Yeah,
Barry
or like
run
the
around
Celtics.
in '99.
The Celtics, they have like
right.
2 numbers
Yeah, yeah,
between
yeah, yeah,
0
yeah,
and 10, which
Yeah.
is
No, I mean, like the
stupid.
Celtics and Lakers, you get the crazy. You end up. With
I don't
the
want.
craziest
That's what
numbers.
I don't want to end up like that.
No.
I'm cool with you retiring like jerseys and numbers, but like I still want people to wear it.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I mean, Blake Griffin ended up on the Celtics, and they're like, you can have 91.
Yeah, which
Right.
is so
Oh my
dumb.
God. Well, shit, like Shaq gets there, he couldn't wear 32, 33, 34, so he wore 36.
Yeah.
It's like, golly.
When I create players in NBA 2K, I don't
avoid
play
those-
for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Because all you can wear in it's like 0, 4, and 7, and it's like no.
Well, these numbers suck.
Well, Tatum is 0, Brown is 7, 4's the only one. I don't really like 4. that much.
LSU, I don't think Burrow gets a statue.
Well, okay.
Shaq does
I
have a
don't
statue.
know.
Yes.
I mean-
Because so basketball has 4 statues: Pistol, Shaq, Pettit, Simone. Football's got 1 statue, and to me, the Burrow statue should have been done.
Yeah.
And Burrow 1,000% deserves and should get a statue.
I think they're kind of waiting until he's like retired from the NFL so they can make it like a big ordeal
thing.
with like
Maybe he
him
comes
there.
back.
Yeah, and make it like a weekend thing. That's what I would assume. Because why is it not?
It
built?
takes. There's a lot of red tape around the statues in LSU for some reason. It took forever to skip a statue.
Seville, so if Levitt wins a Heisman and a championship, he gets a statue and retirement.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's levels to this.
There is.
He would have to captivate the hearts of millions the way that Burrow
Well, and
did it.
I mean, I think
We're
one
so
year
starved. And
one
I think
year-
that's probably why he hasn't gotten it yet. It's
One
like,
year
let's-
plug and plays are also different. Like
Burrow's a 2-year.
Burrow was 2 years, you know?
I don't. If he wins the Heisman and wins the Natty, I'm cool with saying
No more 11
well, or is he gonna wear 11 or 10?
or 10.
I think he wears 10, yeah.
Yeah. I'm cool with saying no more 10 if he wins a Heisman and a Natty.
Bauer Sharp, shout out.
Fucking idiot.
What number is he?
Harold Perkins. He was originally.
What number was
10.
Bauer? It was 10.
Perk was originally 10. Goat.
10 over and out.
So we're opposed to a Burrow statue
Why?
because he didn't commit to LSU out of high school.
No.
There is a Shaq statue. H-Town, there is a Shaq.
Yeah,
It's
there
Shaq, Pistol, Simone, and Pettit.
Bobby P.
I mean, it's not that Joe Burrow didn't commit to, like, LSU didn't recruit him.
Yeah.
It's not like it was Dylan Moses and he flipped.
Right.
Like,
I feel like moving forward, it's going to change with NIL and transfer and all
Yeah.
that. That portal is different than this portal.
Yeah, 100%.
And Burrow was here for 2 years, like Lloyd said, captivated everybody and became like a true Louisianian.
He put the EAUX on his fucking jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I mean,
like he
and you were
deserves a
starved for a
statue.
quarterback.
yes, like
He deserves
That's just
a statue.
that's legend status. That's statue status.
right.
yeah.
Levitt, if he gets a Heisman and a Natty, it's different. Like that to me isn't the same. The sport has changed.
Yeah.
The statue thing is going to change.
There's so many things that are going to go on over the course of the next year that will like decide whether it is actually
Right.
statue status for Levitt,
Yeah.
regardless of the Heisman and the Natty.
Because it could be a multitude of people that end up doing this in a Sam.
Right.
Like Sam Levitt, what he looks at Lane Kiffin's offense, the next quarterback, and what he looks like in Lane Kiffin. Like Houston Longstreet could do the same thing.
Right.
Like to me, I think the statue conversation has now it's a different sport now. So you're not going to have as many statue worthy guys.
I look like obviously Joe deserves his statue. Is my stance, but like it feels
100%.
wrong to me that like Jamar and Justin and like Clyde and like Terrace aren't gonna get a statue because obviously they're not Joe,
Right.
but like that team was so good and it was so much more than just Joe.
Yeah. But
I would honestly, I'd be okay with like.
What if they did a 2019 statue?
That's what I was going to say, like a 2019 statue of like.
Just give me the whole roster lined up across.
Dude, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, like
just this section of sidewalk.
The Great Wall of Champions
is just the
yes.
2019.
Wow, that's
team.
tough.
Edo at the front.
Yeah, we could get him in there.
Well, yeah, we could get him in there.
No, I forgot about him. Yeah.
Gage Evans transfers can't.
He's doing this. He's doing this. The hold back move.
School.
Yeah,
that would be less.
Put Kelly on the end.
I don't know. I mean, I think there are some exceptions.
Kick him.
I get the
Yeah.
point.
Just
Gage,
Kelly
I feel like
lying
there
down.
are
Yeah.
exceptions to the.
Yeah,
to that.
it's
like
a
I get that
slope.
thought process.
I see the point. Yeah,
But I just like Burrow is 1,000% exception. It's got to be. I don't care if where he came from.
Yeah.
It was 2 years. He won everyone over. He is universally loved by the state.
Right.
You will not meet a single person that goes, I just didn't really.
He's not even just the greatest quarterback like in LSU history. Like
all
he is
time.
the greatest college football quarterback ever. Like you are talking about the Tom Brady of college football, the Michael Jordan of no. Sorry, the LeBron James of college football.
Thank you, sir.
No,
okay, Cam Newton at Auburn. Does he get a statue?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And, okay, because that's the same. It's Burrow.
Yeah.
Like he committed to Florida. He went to a JUCO. He went to Auburn for 1 year. But
Absolutely deserves a
it
statue.
was the only one season that's comparable to what Burrow did in 19.
Yeah.
It's the only one that if somebody says it was better than Burrow's 19, then I'll be like,
I disagree.
but
I'm not
gonna
going
push
to
back.
argue with you
No.
because like you have
I get it.
there's an argument to be made.
yeah. I mean, I watched what Cam
He
Newton
was-
did. I mean, it was.
There's a few players that like
Pat
I've
Pete did
watched.
get him down though.
Yeah.
He did.
Tackled him.
People forget.
It was in the end zone, but he tackled
He
him.
just ran out of room. Cam Newton does have a statue at Auburn.
But yeah, I agree, Gage. It is now changed. The new portal in NIL changes the statue conversation because it's not, it's just different. Now coaches can still get a statue.
Yeah.
Like
At Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. What if they'd won a natty?
Ole Miss.
You put Lane Kiffin statue over Pete Golding.
I don't know what both.
Yeah, no, they probably would. They would desecrate lanes.
Yeah, they would.
Jay's getting one.
Put him right next.
That
to
one's
Put him
coming.
right next to.
He's gonna
Skip.
be right next to
That's
Skip.
gonna be so tough, like leaning on the thing next
Both
to
of
him.
them.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be
But
awesome.
you got to make them the same height.
No, James. yeah, that's the funny part. is-
I need like
love Jay.
whoever the artist is really needs to nail like the baggy pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the way the pants sit on his hips. Yeah. Like that's very important to the
I love
statue.
him, dude.
He's so awesome.
Skips he's a massive.
He's a monster.
Yeah, Skips.
That one's awesome. But yeah, you can fit Jay right next to
You
him.
could fit Jay right behind him. They did that on purpose.
And I guess Dylan Cruz would get a statue if they could. I think they're not going to do very many of those for baseball. It's over here.
Yeah, I was going to say player statues for baseball one's a difficult discussion.
It is.
The McDonald.
Because, there's a handful of that.
But he never won a natty.
Like, is Bregman out?
Yeah, no national championship.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Cade Beloso.
Like LSU basketball, you just have to be a generational player. You don't have to win a ring. That's not the standard there.
Right.
They don't win.
LSU football and baseball, there's a different
championship.
standard. You got to have.
I think even LSU baseball is a higher criteria.
Of course.
Oh, then football.
Yeah,
100%.
For a football statue, I'll say this. Now, Burrow gets one. He's the outlier. But you have to be from Louisiana, win a national championship in a Heisman.
You have to be from Louisiana.
Oh,
wow.
I said Burrow gets his, but after that, look, we adopted him. But after that...
So if Pat Pete wins every award and a natty, he doesn't get a statue.
Oh.
Wow.
Tyrann Mathieu doesn't have a natty, can't have one.
Yeah.
So wait, if someone's from Louisiana, so if they go somewhere else and then transfer to LSU, that's okay?
But if they're from Louisiana...
See, I think that's very arbitrary. I think if you say they're from Louisiana, then at that point you would say they have to
have
come
committed
LSU.
to LSU as a freshman. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I want it to be as hard as possible.
Yeah.
No, that is the perfect scenario, but
statue worthy.
Yeah, no, that's true, but I don't know.
Because that's how you eliminate all of this talk.
Yeah, like I said, it's the conversation around statues is much different now than it was 5 years ago.
Right. So you have to
because the portal
been
and
from
NIL
Louisiana,
changed
committed
everything.
to LSU, and won everything.
Yeah.
And that's why there's only one. Only one person has done that.
But you've already made an exception.
Yeah, but that's different.
But what if you have another? I guess there's never going to be.
And there's not. Yeah. That will never happen again.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's okay. Mendoza gets a statue.
Really?
One year. But their standard is much lower.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Than LSU.
Well, SIG should.
Assume.
Well, SIG, of course.
Yeah, SIG
gets a statue.
Yeah,
they might have a statue like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might be him.
Does Georgia put up
a Kirby?
Nope. A Stetson Bennett statue.
No.
2 rings.
And he was good, but no Heisman.
But I don't think anyone looked at those teams and was like,
of course not.
The
They
engine
looked
that
at
revs
Jalen
that
Carter,
motor,
Jordan
Stetson Bennett. No,
but
like
he
it's
did
Kirby
make
and
some
the
plays.
defense.
He was.
No, he was good. He played great.
Yeah,
like, he
made
was
some
phenomenal.
plays.
But
If they have
still,
Stetson Bennett this year, they might win a natty.
I don't know. I like Gunnar Stockton.
Stetson's better.
I don't think they lost to Ole Miss because of the offense. Like, they lost to Ole Miss because they couldn't fucking tackle Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah.
They gave up 39 points. That's
Good
an
conversation.
We should do a way too early like Tingle and Co rankings
Of like top 25?
Yeah.
Of LSU?
No, of
just
the whole country. Reveal it on the show. Talk about
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Once news dies down.
Next
week.
It's the silly season.
Yeah, there are your segments of time where it gets a little
hectic.
In between the transfer portal and
like
baseball.
honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with the 200 so people that have stuck around with us, the start of Tingle and Co. could not have gone any better from like a timeline perspective. You got to ride out baseball literally for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So it got us to the month of July to kind of grind it out and figure it out before you got to fall camp.
Mm-hmm.
And then now football has went as long as possible, not just because, the portal window would have been the same regardless, but firing and hiring the coach has extended the content sphere where we haven't had,
That's us riding the LSU athletics.
It
to
literally.
Tingle and Co.
Yeah.
Tingle and Co. from a content standpoint,
is what we were doing.
LSU has really helped out.
That was great.
LSU's just the best.
It's always
is.
interesting.
It is. That's
People
for sure.
always ask me about like when I was running like LSU Barstool, people would like look like smaller accounts would like the University of Tampa, and they'll be like, "Well, do you have any advice?" I was like, "Yeah, get a bigger fucking school." Like, and I don't do any like there's LSU news every single day. Like it's not difficult for me. Like, if you're worrying about like a smaller school, that's insane.
Yeah, Gage, I'm cool with that.
That's
Gage
much
says, "How about the viewers make some and send them in?" That would be cool. That would be cool. That's why we have the Discord, so y'all can make y'all's too early top 25. We can do ours on the show, and then we can combine them all together for the Tingle and Co. entire too early top 25.
I like it.
I like that. Good thinking, Wyatt. Good thinking, Gage. Good thinking, everyone.
Good thinking, everyone.
We appreciate all of you hanging out with us here on this long 3-hour show.
That's right.
on this Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 to 10, or maybe 11.
8:10 to. We'll start on time tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a fun social experiment.
The only reason I was not like on his side, I will say you threw.
The water bottle was
you
too
threw
far.
it. He was in the middle of a sip. I don't care about the coffee getting on him. That's not what I'm worried about. You could have chipped his tooth.
I could have, but I didn't.
And I'm not gonna lie, it was a fucking laser.
Yeah, no,
you fucking not even like speed wise. You hit the cup like it was a fucking throw, dude. Like
I didn't have a lot to work with.
I low key thought it was gonna hit me. You hit like right on
Fit
where
it
it
in the
needed to
window.
be.
He pisses me off.
No, Lloyd will get, and Christian's the only one that he gets like it with. He will hit, for some reason, he'll just hit this point. Because, like, today, I really didn't think it was much that.
No, I didn't think it was either.
The whole, oh, you can't do this, you didn't amount to nothing. Do this. Okay, yeah, you come try. Like, I really didn't think Christian did anything to ask for it. But he just, I don't know, he just gets pissed off by him.
You don't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't insult me when you can't do it. If you could do it, I would have been proven wrong. And he wanted to so bad.
Did he insult you though? What did he say?
I didn't think he insulted you.
I don't even know what he said.
He just, it's funny.
It was something stupid. It was something he mumbled under his breath. He was like, "Get over there in your little corner. You do your little job." And I was like, "Okay." Pick up. All I've asked him to do is pick up. I said 3-cup chuck.
But just be prepared for the beginning of next week with the ice and everything. It might look a little different. We might be on Zoom. Who knows? If we can,
We'll get
if we can drive
the Batmobile from Joey B. And he hasn't picked up yet because he got robbed right before.
He did.
They should have timed it differently.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.